And then you look up and you're like, oh, man, we're down 12 with 7 minutes to go. We better get rolling here. You can't do that against a good team like this.
And defensively, they are one of the best teams in taking the basketball away, which you talked about earlier, Mo. A lot of gambling, like chasing passes. You've got to be solid with your passes, because if not, those floaters out here at 25, 30 feet turn into easy buckets.
Yeah, even your basic, entry into your offense has to be dialed in, and you can't fake back cuts and all those things. You got to be really communicative too. So, it's an all fundamental type game, especially on the road. I know that sounds very cliche, but you have to be able to understand what their strengths are. They want to get out, kind of like an AAU team. They want to get out and just get some steals, get some easy ones. If you are strong enough and understand jump stop, back cut, things of that nature, you can really hurt them, because they like to lane out. So they're going to open up the floor. And like I mentioned earlier, Coach Q talked about it. We don't play teams that play open court with us very often, especially in our league. Usually they try to junk it up and pack it inside, rightfully so. So it can be a fun offensive game for us, but we can't just trade baskets with them. We got to play good defense.
Gonzaga and Santa Clara with first place in the WCC on the line. We're going to get a little bit of a late start here on Saturday, 7:40 tip instead of 7:35. We're going to take a quick break here in Santa Clara from the Levy Center. Luke Howlett standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios. He's got a pregame show score update coming up. But first, Gonzaga basketball brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Luke, take it away.
Honey, thank you. Big day in college basketball. A couple of games of the WCC as well. One tipping around the same time as ours at St. Mary's and Pacific. Gales are 11-2 in the WCC. They have a tough road test, though, taking on the Pacific Tigers, who are 8-6, winners of 4 of their last 6. So Pacific and St. Mary's, they will be locking horns at 7:30 as well. Pacific trying to gain some ground in the West Coast Conference. One game has already gone final. Pepperdine knocking off LMU 90-89. Waves hit 10 3-pointers in the win. Eric Clark went for 33 points and 7 boards in the victory. Waves have their second win in WCC play. Trio of games in progress right now. 6th-ranked UConn and Georgetown in a tight one. Huskies getting a 3 from Alex Caravan.
Demery into the paint. Kicks to Caravan. Caravan step back 3. Alex got it. 61-51. Don't forget about Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. 13 for him.
Mike Crispino from Learfield on the call. Georgetown has narrowed the deficit, though, to a 77-75 game with 10 seconds to play in the contest. Free throw to come for Caravan as well. So Huskies trying to hang on and knock off Georgetown. 15th ranked Virginia in strong shape to survive in a close affair with Ohio State. 70-66, the score with 2 seconds left. Cavaliers shooting free throws. Appears to be all elementary at this point, but you never know what will happen. Cavaliers leading by 4, 2 seconds left in that contest. 21st ranked Arkansas leading by double figures over Auburn, 67-57. 7.5 minutes to play right now at Bud Walton Arena. Razorbacks are 8-3 in the SEC. As for games that have gone final today, have a 14th ranked Florida knocking off 25th ranked Kentucky, 92-83. 22nd ranked BYU escapes against Colorado in overtime at 90-86. Rob Wright going for a career-high 39 points for BYU. The Cougars knock off the Buffaloes to improve to 19-6 on the season. 2nd-ranked Michigan crushed UCLA 86-56. 5th-ranked Iowa State defeated 9th-ranked Kansas 74-56. That's the Cyclones' biggest win over Kansas since 1973. Cyclones are 22-3 with the victory today. And 19th-ranked Vanderbilt, they've been red hot this year, 21-4 with the victory on the season. How about Tyler Nickel getting it done in the second half?
Tanner to Nickel, left corner, 3 up, 3 is good.
That was a really nice inbound pass.
Maybe that'll lift the lid. Vanderbilt's hitting the first bank 3 to extend the lead to 6, 41-35.
Kevin Ingram from Learfield on the call. Commodores win 82-69 and knock off Texas A&M. Aggies at one point were amongst the leaders in the SEC, but since then, Texas A&M 7-5 in the Southeastern Conference. They've lost 4 consecutive games. 13th ranked Purdue went on the road today, defeated Iowa 78-57. Braden Smith, he's second in the nation in assists. He had 12 of them today, 7 rebounds, and a handful of points as well for Smith as Purdue knocked off Iowa 78-57. The big stunner today, 16th ranked Texas Tech defeating top-ranked Arizona in overtime, 78-75. The Red Raiders getting 31 points and 13 rebounds from JT Toppin. He becomes the second player in the last 30 years, joining Luke May against Duke, to have 30-10 against the number 1 team on the road. Texas Tech beating Arizona and handing the Wildcats their second consecutive loss. Figures that Arizona will drop from that number 1 spot come the Associated poll on the next upcoming Monday or Tuesday. It's Gonzaga and Santa Clara, big-time matchup. First place in the WCC is on the line. We kick it back now to Santa Clara with Huddy and Mo, guys.
Luke, thanks so much. Busy day of college basketball, and it is a finale here in Santa Clara between the 12th-ranked Zags and the Broncos with first place in the league standings on the line. Let's not sleep on that game taking place in Stockton either. That surprising Pacific team taking on two-loss St. Mary's, also tipping off right here in the next few minutes. Mo and I are going to step aside. We'll hear from Bulldogs head coach Mark Few. It's coming up right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
To tip off this NBA season on FanDuel, you can choose your own rewards, which means you can play your game any way you want.
I get to choose my rewards?
Yep.
Great. Now, excuse me while I lock in.
All customers choose your own reward right now in the FanDuel app. 21 plus and present in select states. 18 plus in Kentucky. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirement, and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
This winter, make Park City Mountain your boundless playground. The largest ski resort in the U.S. Don't miss Women's Weekend, Peaks and Beats, Opera at the Airstream, and more. This is your mountain. Plan your adventure today.
Ready to relax in your dream bath retreat without the stress of figuring out every detail yourself? At the Home Depot, your bath upgrade is covered. Shop fully designed rooms and curated bath collections to go from inspiration to transformation fast. Savings of up to 40% will make it easier on your budget. And find everything you need, from tubs to toilets and all the tile in between, to bring your vision to life. The Home Depot. Dream baths built here.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from,
we can be twinsies,
to,
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, we're back on the pregame show now with Bulldogs head coach Mark Few. And Mark, great effort the other night. They took care of business. That defense in the first half was fantastic. And you get another win to set this one up for tonight.
Yeah, no, it was really just a great defensive effort. And awesome to see the guys flying around like that and making plays and getting out in transition and sharing the ball. And, really a good effort on both sides of the ball.
And, Coach, it was nice to see Graham get some help. He's been carrying such an offensive load for you. Had a couple other guys score the basketball some.
Yeah, he has been. And we've been, pushing and prodding and trying to help some guys, find some edges and some advantages. And I think a couple of them had a little bit more aggressive mindset, which is what we need.
And Coach, we come in this one tonight, and they're good. Secondly, Levis Center can kind of be crazy. Arguably the biggest game they've played in 3 decades. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on as we get ready for this one, and starting with obviously a really, really good basketball team. Yeah, really good team, and just another great job by Herb. Just finding guys, developing guys. They've all kind of redshirted, and the four-man Graves is a heck of a prospect, but they got real experience at the wings and at the point guard position, and then a great athlete, or a really jumping jack rim lob, guy you can throw lobs to, but also a good shot blocker in Aboye. And so huge challenge. They pressure the ball really hard, and I assume with their crowd and everything, that'll be the biggest thing is us taking care of the ball. But then also, man, we're going to just have to have that same defensive effort where we're flying around making plays. It was a real even game way back when, early January, when we
broke it open with our defense and started making plays.
All right, Coach. Yep. Quick break. Back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bowler Basketball from Learfield.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel batteries. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven, enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network, tip-off is just moments away. Now let's go courtside. Alongside Adam Morrison, here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
It's a first-place showdown. It is sold-out Levy Center here in Santa Clara, California. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you courtside as the Zags look to put themselves in position to win their 27th and hopefully final West Coast Conference regular season championship. For Santa Clara, it's a different story. The Broncos making history this year. They're off for the best start since the 1969-1970 season with their 22-5 overall mark. 13 wins in conference play, tied for the most in conference history. The Broncos riding a 9-game win streak, their longest since the 94-95 season. Mo, a team that has not been to the NCAA tournament since the days of Steve Nash back in the mid-90s. So the Zags trying to continue their dominance here as we get ready to leave the league. Santa Clara trying to send the Zags out on a sour note. Obviously, still basketball to play after this. We still have 4 games. Santa Clara will still have a handful of games as well. St. Mary's still will have a say in how things play out, but a huge game for these two teams tonight.
Yeah, a massive importance. That's what you want in a game in February. It's pretty special to have this type of atmosphere. We haven't had one like this in this building with the ramifications. They always pack it out when we come down here, but it's a good test for our guys. Do you have the road mentality? Are you ready to play? Can you understand if they make a run and the crowd gets in it? Can you settle down and play through it? It'll be a fun one.
Gonzaga 24-2, looking for a 19th consecutive 25-win season. Obviously, more important for the Zags tonight here on Valentine's Day in Santa Clara. It would be a victory that would put them in the driver's seat in the West Coast Conference regular season race. Xfinity believes Gonzaga fans deserve a deal you can bank on. The Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, you get the most intelligent Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. No contracts, no pump fakes, just a fast break for your future self. Teams making their way to their benches for the national anthem. The Zags and the Broncos getting ready to go here at the Levy Center one final time in the West Coast Conference. First sellout of the season for the Broncos, who are perfect 13-0 at home. We come back. It's almost time for basketball. We have our starting lineups, Mo's keys to the game, and our opening tip. It's all coming up right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camus Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camus Rewards for all the ways you play.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us, no one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
We are back at the Levy Center. Tom Hudson alongside Adam Morrison. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's West Coast Conference showdown between the 12th-ranked Zags and Santa Clara. First, for the Broncos, Brenton Napper will get the start at the point, a 6', 175-pounder out of Charleston, West Virginia. And Napper, the veteran, averaging 8 points and nearly 3 assists per game. He'll be joined in the starting backcourt by their leading scorer, Christian Hammond, 6'4", 195-pound redshirt freshman out of Denver, Colorado, who averages 16.5 points a game. He's on the Lou Henson Award watch list this season. Elijah Mahi will start on the wing, the 6'7", 220-pounder out of Toronto, averaging 13.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and nearly 3 assists per game. On the front line, we'll see Jake Ensminger, the 6'9", 215-pounder out of Germany. He's a Swiss Army knife for them, 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Doesn't score a ton, but he is very effective when he gets the opportunity. Buki Aboye will start in the middle, the 7'1", 220-pounder out of Houston, Texas. Aboye averaging 8.5 points and nearly 4.5 rebounds per game. For the Bulldogs, Braden Smith gets a start at the point, the 6', 170-pounder out of Seattle, averaging just under 6 points and better than 4 assists per game. Emmanuel Inocente will join him in the backcourt, the 6'5", 198-pounder out of the Ivory Coast. Zags defensive specialist averaging 5 points per contest. Adam Miller will start in that 3-guard lineup as well, the 6'3", 200-pounder out of Peoria, Illinois, coming off an 11-point performance in the win over Washington State. He's averaging a little better than 7 points a game. On the front line, we'll see Jalen Worley, the 6'7", 205-pounder out of Philadelphia. Worley averaging 7.3 points and 5 rebounds per game. Also dishing up 2 assists per contest. In the middle, it's going to be Graham Ike. The 6'9", 250-pounder leads the West Coast Conference, 19.7 points a game. Second in the conference and rebounding 8.5 a contest. He has scored 20 or more in 6 consecutive games for the Zags. So again, for Santa Clara, it'll be Napper, Hammond, Mahi, Aboye, and Ensminger. For the Zags, Smith, Inocente, Worley, Ike, and Miller. Mo keys the game for the Bulldogs to get out of here with the win. And the Broncos, their first loss at home, and take control of the WCC race.
First, we got to win the rebounding battle. Santa Clara's a good rebounding team. We're +10. They're +5 or 6 on the glass. They're athletic inside. We talked about that a ton in the pregame. The second is guard the 3 line. They make 10 threes a game. They've had 2 games where they've shot over 40, a bunch of 30-point attempt games. They're going to want to shoot a ton of them. If they get rolling at home, it could be very dangerous. Third, most important, road mentality, communication, knowing the scouting reports, knowing hand signals when it gets when it gets loud in here, keeping your head about you. They're going to make a run. This place is going to get loud. Road mentality is vital tonight.
That's a look at our keys to the game as Coach Few goes to his final instructions with his starting five sitting on the bench right now. Very animated, making sure that the instructions are being heard as the Zags look for the season sweep of the Broncos. Gonzaga won the first meeting in a tight game up in Spokane, 89-77, back on January the 8th. Last year here, the Zags picked up a big win as they made that late surge into the NCAA tournament with Ismaila Dejana coming off the bench. He had barely played all year as a freshman, scored 9 points in that basketball game to save the Zags and help them win. So Santa Clara and Gonzaga have split the regular season the last 2 years. The Zags looking for the season sweep this season. The Broncos have come out of their huddle. They're wearing their home white uniforms with the orange and red trim, Broncos written across their chests in block letters. No names in the backs of the uniforms for the Broncos here tonight. Meanwhile, the Zags are going to go with the traditional road blues tonight with the red and white trim. Gonzaga written across their chest, their names in white on the backs of the uniforms. Gonzaga is going to move left to right in the first 20 minutes of action at a sold-out Levy Center. Our officials tonight, Darren George, Christopher Merlot, and Matt Rafferty. Bulldogs lead the all-time series 73-32. They've won 52 of the last 56. 18 straight 25-win seasons for the Zags as they look for a win number 25 here tonight. Broncos on the floor awaiting the arrival of the Zags, who have been involved in so many of these national TV games where we know that the game gets pushed back a little bit. GU's in no hurry mode. Santa Clara is chomping at the bit. Now GU will come out of the huddle. Again, we're in the road blues here tonight at the Levy Center. Graham Ike to jump center for the Zags. Aboye is for Santa Clara. Graham wearing the blue headband, as is Ace Miller to match the road blue unis. And the Broncos control the opening tip. Mahi will start things off with the ball, defended by Inocentes. He brings it into the front court. Dribbling to his right, gets a screen from Napper, shoots a three. It's off the rim, rattles around, no good. Aboye, rebound, put back, that won't go down. Ike secures the rebound on that miss. Smith into the front court on the run, head of steam, gets all the way to the rim, flips it up off the glass, nowhere close. And it's Ensminger who comes away with the rebound. Long pass up the floor. Aboye catches and lays it in. Broncos score first. 30 seconds in. It's 2-0 lead for the home team. Worley brings up the floor under pressure from Ensminger. Dribbling to his right. Gives it up to Smith, who retreats. Now to the left side of the floor with the dribble. Gets to the baseline, trying to bounce it to Ike. Lucky break for the Zags. That pass was way off the mark, and Napper kicked it out of bounds.
Ike was going up towards the free throw line, and Smith threw it towards the baseline. So, like you said, lucky break.
Gonzaga's going to inbound with 15 seconds to shoot. Smith from the baseline. Short pass into Miller. Ace will retreat with the dribble. Defended by Hammond. Gets a screen from Ike at the three-point line. Picks it up. Almost knocked off balance by Aboye. Gives it up to Smith. 16-footer straight away. Off the rim. Long rebound chased down by Napper. Worley knocks it away from him. It's out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Broncos.
Well, he pointed Gonzaga.
Oh, it's going to be Gonzaga basketball. Yep. Nice job by Worley. He didn't have any reaction the way he walked out. I didn't see the official, but I thought it was.
I thought the same thing too, but our ball.
Ike has it on the inbound. Pass out top for Inocente. Defended by Mahi. Short pass right side. Miller gets into the paint all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in.
Simple floppy action with Adam Miller. Nice curl cut right there to get an easy bucket.
We're tied at 2. Napper dribbling to his right. Ensminger shoving a couple of blue shirts out of the way to try to get him free, but nothing doing. Napper still dribbling out top. Now to the right side of the floor. Gets a screen from Aboye. One-hand pass over to Hammond. Hammond with 11 seconds to shoot. Picks up his dribble. Flips to Ensminger. Ensminger defended by Smith. Fires out to Napper. Sets his feet. Fires a deep three. Back iron no good. Aboye tips it still alive. Hammond comes away with the offensive rebound. Pass over to Mahi. Penetrates with the left. Slow down. Spin. Shot up. Comes up short. Aboye another offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Loudest WCC environment we've been in by far. As Innocente brings the ball up the floor, gives it away to Worley. Graham Ike still in the backcourt, tying up his left shoe. Now Graham will hustle into the front court. And Worley gets a screen from Ike at the top of the key. Jalen to the right wing with the dribble, bounces to Graham. Little one-hander, well short. And it's Napper who comes away with it. Don't know if somebody got a piece of it, but Graham way off in his first shot attempt of the game. Napper dribbling to his right, hands it off. Now it's a Boye out top. Right back to Mahi between the circles. Mahi gets a screen, dribbling to the right wing now. Miller trying to slow him down. Mahi gets there, he scores, and a foul is going to go against Ace Miller. Coach Few is out on the floor. Did not like the defensive play there from the Zags. Foul against Miller, his first of the game.
Following the field goal, Elijah Mahi will be at the line for Santa Clara with one.
Mahi to the line where he is 69% on the season. Young man out of Toronto, started his career at the junior college ranks. Makes the free throw for an early 7-2 Santa Clara lead. Smith brings the ball up the floor. Napper with him as he gets it across half court. Braden gives it up to Worley. Worley between the circles. Left side pass. It's Innocente on the far sideline. Looks to Ike. Ike finds Worley cutting, and he throws it down with two hands to cut the lead to 7-4.
There's an overplay defensively from Santa Clara. Great cut from Worley on the weak side.
Nearly 3 minutes gone by here at the Levy Center. It's 7-4 Broncos. Napper defended by Worley on the switch now. Dribbling to his right. Gives it up to Boye, looking over the top. Ensminger catches, bounces in the corner, extra pass Hammond. He fakes the three, gets into the paint, gets up a one-hander and hits it. 9-4, Broncos on top. They got away with a couple of carries there, maybe, Mo. Worley brings it out between the circles. Pass right side, intended for Ike, almost knocked away. Graham got it back, little hop step. Shot won't go down, and the rebound goes to Santa Clara. Broncos dominating the glass right now. They have 6 early rebounds, just 1 for GU. Mahi picks up his dribble at 40 feet. Skips it over to Hammond. Broncos off to a nice start, leading 9-4. Hammond on the far side. Defended by Worley, calling for a screen. Boye comes out and sets it. Hammond gives it up right side to Napper. Napper back out to Hammond. Hammond dribbling to his left. Worley cuts him off, spins, and it's a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Zags. Jalen Worley standing tall and denying Hammond. Braden Smith to the bench. Mario St. Superior is going to check in for the first time. Sash Gabaluga checks in, the transfer from Villanova. He's averaging 8.6 points a game, but Mo, 2 of his last 9, he's at 37 and coming off a 21-point performance.
Really rolling right now. Different look for them offensively off the bench.
St. Superior across half court with the dribble. Bounces it left side into Chente. Driving on Mahi, gets into the paint. Oh, my goodness. How is there not a foul on that? And they're going to say it's Gonzaga, or excuse me, Santa Clara basketball.
Yeah, I thought there was a foul, like you said.
Now we have an official timeout at the 15:49 mark. Santa Clara with an early 5-point lead. It's 9-4. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us, no one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
You're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield. Let's go back courtside. Once again, alongside two-time NBA champion Adam Morrison. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
We are back at the Lady Center. It is loud, it is rocking, and the Broncos delivered to Mo just what this crowd wanted, which was a quick start. They're shooting it well. When you look at the energy, +6 on the glass already for Santa Clara.
Yeah, 7-1 for Santa Clara. So we talked about it in the keys to the game. Obviously, it's the first media timeout, 15:49 left in the first half, but not a good start. Abuye really exerting himself on the glass. He's a super athletic kid. You got to put a body on, almost a face box out against him. Gonzaga 2 for 6 from the field as well. So not a great start, but something that we can hopefully remedy.
Gonzaga trailing 9-4 against Santa Clara. 4-8 from the field. 3 of the 7 rebounds for the Broncos so far are of the offensive variety. And will come out of the huddle. For the Zags, it'll be Miller, Innocente, Worley, Ike, and St. Superi. Checking in for the first time will be Terry Darlin, the young man who played in the G League. He was a first-team all-WCC selection in the preseason poll, but has not done a whole lot, averaging just 6 points a game. Checking in for the first time. Also in for the first time is Alan Graves, who's averaging better than 11 a game off the bench. Mahi into the front court with the dribble. To the right side of the floor. Little crossover, spins. Innocente stays in front, forces, misses. Ike, good rebounding position, comes away with it. Outlet to Worley up the left sideline into the front court. Left-handed dribble, gets to the wing, picks it up, and throws it out of bounds. We've seen that, though we talked about it a couple times with Mario on those back cuts and where he's going. Mario started back out towards center court and then cut the other direction, and Jalen threw it out of bounds.
There was no back cut available. It's such a short corner right there, so that's not on Worley. That's come off the DHO and just get the offense started. So that was a bad decision by the young freshman.
Lead still 9-4 for the Broncos. Amalaga with the dribble. Got it away to Mahi. Poked away by Grant Foster, who's checked in for the first time. Amalaga fakes the jump shot, drives in the paint, little hop step off balance jumpers, an air ball into the hands of Ike. Quickly to St. Superi. Mario weaving his way up the floor with the left-handed dribble. Graves poked it away, but Mario gets it back. Mario off the Ike screen, gets into the paint. Short little pass for Grant Foster. Goes up for the shot. A whistle and a foul. Foul is going to go against Gavalugov, his first of the game. It felt like, honestly, there, Mo, that looked a lot cleaner than the one that Innocente didn't get a couple minutes ago.
I think maybe it was something that Coach Few politely explained to the officials the last time out. And sometimes they literally go, hey, I missed that one. I'll make it up to you. You know what I mean? I'll make it up to you.
Grant Foster gets the first free throw to drop. The second one comes up short. And we've got bodies everywhere. And there's a foul going to go against. It's going to go against Grant Foster after he missed the free throw, flew in there. And compounded the problem by picking up the personal foul.
I thought Graham was going to get one being on the floor and accidentally tripping a guy, so I can live with that foul, right? I don't want to cheap one on Graham.
Davis Fogel checks in. He's at the top of the Bulldogs three-quarter court press. Lugov dribbling in the backcourt, bounces it over to Ensminger. Back to the guard, who gets it over to Ensminger. It's a 10-second violation. The Bulldogs defense gets the job done. Let's see if the offense can get moving for GU. The Bulldogs just 2 out of 6 from the field. Mahi checks out. Hammond is back in. Worley to inbound on the sideline from near the Santa Clara bench. Again, the Broncos lead at 9-4. 5.5 minutes in. St. Superior under heavy pressure, dribbling to his left. Now back to his right, gets to the free throw line, passes on the left sideline for Fogle. Davis back to St. Superior, catches and fires the three, won't go down. Worley offensive rebound, kicks it left side. Fogle penetrates to the left, denied, retreats into the corner. Keeps the dribble alive. Pass out to Worley. Worley into the paint, challenging Graves off the glass. Halfway down, popped out into the hands of Hammond. Broncos out and running. Hammond's going to slow down away for his teammates. Gives it up to Graves. Head of steam, gets all the way to the rim. St. Superior reaching in. It's not going to be him. Instead, it'll be Worley, who's whistled for the personal. Inocente is going to check right back in.
Poor transition defense. That was a slow break from Santa Clara. It's a miscommunication on who was guarding who, and they ended up getting a free throw out of the poor transition defense. So something I talked about in the pregame, it's valuable on the road, especially a team that wants to get out and run. You have to sprint back and locate and communicate, and you might have to guard a guy that's technically not your guy.
Warley to the bench, and Inocente back in. Graves ready for his second. And that one is good as well. 11-5, a 6-point advantage. Santa Clara going to pressure as Inocente brings it up the floor. Pass away to Fogle. Davis now dribbles into the front court. Blowing by Darlin. Gets all the way to the rim. Leaves it in the paint for Ike. Graham shot is good off the glass. A lot of contact there. He wanted a foul call. Didn't get it, but did get the finish. Hammond into the front court. Little Euro step off. Balance. Misses the shot. Fogle with the rebound. Here's Ike. Throw the alley-oop. Grant Foster couldn't get it to go, but the tip goes in the hands of Inocente. Out to Ike now at the three-point line. Here comes a double team. Pass out to Fogle. Right side, St. Superior. Bounce in the corner for Grant Foster. He's in front of the Santa Clara bench. Flip over the top. Ike catches, spins, shoots. Little too strong. Tip attempt for Inocente. No good. Zags with a couple of point-blank misses. Can't get it to go. Lead is still 11-7. Galugov into the front court. Gives it up right side. Graves fires a deep three. Way off the mark. Rebound goes to Fogle. Davis brings it up the floor himself. Hammond pressures. Davis dribbles into the corner. To the baseline, slips and falls, turns around and asks for a timeout. The Bulldogs a little out of sorts here through the first 7 minutes of action. Shooting just 3 out of 10 from the field. And here Coach Fogle, or Coach Few in front of us, Mo imploring Fogle to get the ball away to Mario St. Superior. He brought the ball up the floor himself and dribbled right into trouble.
He tried to go too much too early. He has that ability to score. He created that last basket to Ike in transition by just going by on a hezzy dribble. Then that time he went to the coffin corner, the dead zone on the baseline side. So freshman mistake. I don't know. I don't mind him trying to implore and trying to score the basketball, trade angles. He has good decision making, long, athletic.
Jags have picked things up on the defensive end. They've held Santa Clara without a field goal for nearly 4 minutes. They're old their last 4. The problem is Gonzaga, as I mentioned, is just 3 out of 10. Jags will in down on the baseline. St. Superior. Gets it in on the wing to Ike. Graham spins on Graves, gets into the paint, gets a defender in the air, and scores 2 more.
Beautiful move, beautiful footwork.
Back-to-back buckets for the Bulldogs. Big man cut the lead to 2. Hammond gets a screen from Graves, dribbles to his left. Little hesitation, flips it up with the left hand. Nice finish for Hammond. 13-9. Inocente brings it up the floor. He's across half court. Garland tries to poke away from behind. Inocente keeps it. Now he dribbles right into a triple team, and they're going to call it jump ball. Zags will keep it on alternating possessions. Coach Few, again, look at Emmanuel. I think Nolan's saying, all right, hey, look, if the break's there, take it. But if not, let's get the ball to our ball handlers. And
come to a jump stop. You're going to have to bypass to get it across, then you get it back to your ball handler. But also your ball handler has to get the ball. Right? It'll be tough enough to get it as well.
Ike on the right wing. Fans booing him. Here comes a double team. Graham had 34 in the first meeting. Kick over left side. St. Superior 3 won't go down. Grant Foster flies and grabs the rebound. Had it stripped away. Ball is still loose, and it's the Broncos. Darlin, who comes away with it quickly to KJ Cochran, who just checked in. Cochran goes coast to coast Plays it in, a whistle, and a foul on the Bulldogs. And Santa Clara has this place rocking.
What did I say? Defensive transition?
Yep.
All right, I mean, it's just something that's got to get improved or fixed quickly before you're out easy baskets. For Santa Clara, that was just a dribble drive. Nobody stopped the ball. Again, got to sprint back and buy into the center of the floor.
Cochran misses the free throw. Grant Foster up high to grab the rebound. Still the lead's back to 6 at 15-9. Time to the front court with the dribble. Picks it up. Wraps a pass left corner for St. Superior. Mario dribbling over there. Picks it up out to Fogle. Fogle with 12 minutes to play first half. Drilling between the circles with it. Gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to his left. Picks it up. Needs to get it away. He does for Ike. Graves knocks it away. Graham dribbles it right into the hands of Cochran, who throws it down with two hands. 17-9 is the lead for the Broncos. Grant Foster across half court with it. Defended by Ensminger. Drives, spins, goes up for the shot. Couldn't finish it, but will head to the free throw line. We have an official timeout. And the Broncos have the momentum after Gonzaga cut it to 2. Santa Clara scored 6 straight points in a little more than a minute and has its biggest lead of the game. 17-9 is the score. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
President's Day savings are happening now at the Home Depot with up to 40% off select appliances. Looking to upgrade your fridge? Check out LG's newest model, serving up ice in all kinds of styles. Cube, crushed, craft ice, and now new mini craft ice straight from the dispenser. From cold brew to fizzy favorites, these refrigerators will have you entertaining like a pro. Shop President's Day savings and get up to 40% off, plus free delivery on select appliances like LG at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $1,498 or more. Offer valid February 5th through the 25th, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical-obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway buffs can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Back to the Levy Center, the Broncos have opened a 17-9 lead with 11.5 minutes to play in the first half. Well, visit Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs, this busy city along the roaring Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for a vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here. Sold out Levy Center. Broncos 13-0 at home. This is their first sellout of the season. And Mo, the Bulldogs need to figure some stuff out. You talked about it in the pregame. Boy, the energy in here, the excitement in here. The Broncos are playing with just great thrust.
Yeah.
They're playing great in terms of just overall energy. Still +4 on the glass right now. And the Bulldogs can't find an easy shot. They're just 4 out of 12 from the field.
Yeah, defensively, Santa Clara's been terrific. It's just pure energy. It hasn't been anything scheme-wise that we haven't seen, but they're picking us up full court, really bothering us, not to create turnovers, but to get it into a different ball handler's hand to start the offense, and that usually throws teams off. So got to tip your cap to Herb Sindick and their plan early. But again, if you can get it across and just be simple, you're going to get an easy back cut or things of that nature. With a team that is trying to speed you up, you got to be extremely fundamental.
Grant Foster's first free throw is all net. He'll shoot one more. Zion makes them both. 3 out of 4. Cuts the lead to 17-11. Napper back on the floor. Brings the ball up. Now pass over to Ensminger, who's cut off in the front court by Inocente. They work back right side to Cochran. Now to Napper again at 40 feet. Dribbling to his left. Gives it up to Hammond. Hammond in front of the GU bench. Now takes it out to the top. Fires a 3 over Fogle. It's no good. Tip attempt. Rattles around and drops. We might have knocked that one in.
I got that over the top. That's an athletic play. I got to tip my cap. I don't know how he tipped that in.
Another rebound for the Broncos. They lead at 19-11. One-handed pass, St. Spurry in the front court right sideline to Grant Foster. Hammond defends. He dribbles it out top. Now gives it up to Fogle at the free throw line. A little pull-up jumper for Davis. Won't go down. Tip attempt, no good for Inocente. He comes away with the offensive rebound off his own miss. Passes to Grant Foster, who drives, leans in, uses the glass. He scores, and he'll head to the free throw line.
A beautiful fight for the rebound by Inocente to dig that one out. And Grant Foster's had some success just going to his right hand and being extremely tough-minded. Getting to the free throw line again.
Fogle checks out. Miller is back in. Zion, Zags leading scorer. He missed the free throw, but Inocente tips it in. Wow. Manny Inocente, he's been active. Hammond into the front court. Gives it up to Ensminger out top. Boye back in, fires a 3. It's no good. Rebound goes to St. Superior. Rips it away from a couple of players, including Inocente. Grant Foster the other way. Bulldogs trail by 4. Zion drives, kicks left corner. Inocente catches, shoots. Three-pointer off the mark.
Good shot. Good shot.
Into the front court, Cochran with the dribble. Boye sets a screen for him. Passes left side. Napper catches and shoots the 3. It's good.
Can't be late on the closeout. Adam Miller was taking the tag away on the roller. You got to kind of give that up. Be able to guard 2.
St. Superior, little crossover on Napper. Hops into the paint. Feeds Inocente, cutting out of the corner for the lay-in. Bulldogs trail by 5. There's a pass deflected. Zags come away with it. Miller on the run. Leaves it for St. Superior. Pulls up on the break. Thought about a 3 and then tried to pass it. Ensminger kicks it out of bounds. Mahi's going to check in, replacing Cochran, who came off the bench and gave them some really good minutes. Cochran averages 5 a game. He has 6. 3 out of 3 from the field. St. Superior from the sideline. Passes into Miller, hands it back to the freshman point guard. Dribbles to his right, bounce for Miller, coming off a screen from Ike. A little runner for Ace, won't go down. The tip is good for Ike.
2 nice tips from the Zags in the recent possessions. I don't know how they got those in.
That's the lead to 22-19. Mahi dribbling on the far sideline with it. The screen from Ensminger. Picks up his dribble out to Napper. Left sideline pass, Hammond trying to shake free of Miller. Can't. Keeps the dribble alive. Now we'll try the other way. Gets into the paint. Little one-handed runner is up and in. Lead is back to 5 as we approach 9 minutes to play first half. Bulldogs have never led. We were tied at 2. Santa Clara's led for the majority of the game. Inocente into the front court under pressure from Ensminger. Hands it off to St. Superior. St. Superior dribbling on the right wing. Goes the alley-oop intended for Grant Foster. Goes up, catches it, misses the shot. Ike is there to clean it up.
I love 25-foot lob pass. Good job by Grant Foster to go get that one.
The Bulldogs trail by 3 again. It's 24-21. Mahi between the circles directs traffic. Dribbling to his left. Grant Foster pressures. Ensminger sets a screen. Mahi now defended by Miller. Backing him down in the mismatch. Spins to the baseline. Jump shot. Won't go down. St. Superior up high for the rebound for GU. Mario brings it up the floor. Mario into the front court. Bounces it left side. Grant Foster. Head of steam. Gets into the paint. Kicks it out to Ike. Straightaway 3 for Graham to tie. He does. Rattles it home. Blows a kiss to the Santa Clara student section. And we've got a timeout. Zags have rallied to tie it at 24.
Excellent job. Our guys pushing the ball in transition and being strong and fundamental. Come to a jump stop. What do you know? Somebody's wide open. Graham Ike with a nice flurry here. Gonzaga's crawled their way back into this basketball game.
Ike now with 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting. This timeout called by the Broncos extends to a full timeout. We're going to take it as well. We're all knotted up at 24. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven, enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Where all stars and all Americans are made. You're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield. Let's go back courtside. Now, alongside first-team All-American Adam Morrison, here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Zags are starting to get some traction here at the Levy Center after trailing by 8. JU has rallied to tie things at 24 with 8:16 to play in the first half. Gonzaga basketball is sponsored by Pacific Source with health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles. Pacific Source is the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. Well, the Bulldogs starting to find some success now. They've shored things up on the glass, which was a huge issue early. They're starting to shoot a little better, too.
Yeah, it was -4 the last media timeout. Now we're +1 on the glass, and then climbed our way up to 10 for 23, so 43% from the field. And the defense has gotten a little bit better. Santa Clara's 10 for 21, and then for a while there, they were over 50%. So we've done a better job of flying around and understanding our positioning defensively. So, again, this is still early in the game. 8:16 left in the first half, but we've weathered that run. Now let's see if we can continue our little run here and extend this lead and really get this crowd nervous, take them out of the basketball game. But it's going to take winning road plays, you know what I mean? Digging out rebounds, come to a jump stop, at the end of the play instead of trying to split guys, find the wide open shooter, knock it down.
Graham Ike with 11 leads the way for Gonzaga. Balanced scoring attack for Santa Clara. Cochran and Hammond with 6 apiece. For the Zags, it's Miller, Innocente, St. Superior, Grant Foster, and Ike. Mahi, Garland, Ensminger, Graves, and Gavaluga were on the floor for Santa Clara. Zags going to show that three-quarter court pressure. Ensminger in the backcourt, picks up his dribble. Over to Gavaluga, who dribbles it across half court. Broncos will try to set up the offense. Screen dribbling to his right. Now passes back left. Darlin has it. Looking down low. Nothing's there. Going to work on Grant Foster. Tyon cuts him off. Loses his balance. Darlin spins. Looks like he got away with the travel. Spun around and put the Broncos back ahead 26-24. I think I've been saying that a lot lately, Mo. My old eyes might have to retrain on that. Grant Foster, a little crossover dribble. Picks it up, bounces it for Ike. Graham catches it and scores. We're tied at 26. Ike has half of the Bulldogs' points. 7.5 to play. Here's a three from Ensminger. He gets it to go over Grant Foster. Ensminger doesn't score a lot, but he is a shooter. 69 of his 118 attempts have been from behind the line. Innocente into the front court. Ensminger all over here. Him. Pass out to Ike. Graham defended by Graves, and Graves can be whistled for the foul. Graves has been very aggressive defensively on Graham, both on the post and on the perimeter.
Just leading the conference in steals, right? And he's top 20 in the country. It's kind of what he does, but if you're Santa Clara. You don't want him to pick it up at 22 feet like he did.
That's his second, and he'll head to the bench.
He's a big part of their offensive ability. Then defensively, he's terrific. So that's a big foul for them.
Pass in the backcourt to St. Superi, who dribbles it across the timeline. Bounces to Ike. Ike into the paint. Pass left side. Wide open. Miller, three. Good. It's all net for Ace to tie things up at 29.
Good play by Ike to spray that ball out instead of trying to split defenders on the short roll.
Cochran back out there to Darlin between the circles. Hands it off. Gavaluga. Gets a screen from Aboye. Dribbles to his left. Fires a three. Halfway down. Pops out right into the hands of Ike. Graham hands it off to St. Superi. The Zags have an opportunity to take their first lead of the night as Mario brings it across half court. 6.5 to play first half. St. Superi drives, uses 3K free throw line, fakes the jump shot, power dribble, gets to the rim and scores. Gonzaga has its first lead of the night. Graham Ike with 15 of the Zags' 31.
Right into Bouye's chest, took away his athleticism.
Here's a drive by Darlin, shot blocked by Grant Foster, and official with the worst angle of the play blows the whistle and calls the foul.
But Grant Foster got a piece of that leather instead of skin there, so I don't know about that. We'll see the replay.
He's going to shoot a pair of free throws. First one is good for the 86% free throw shooter. Hammond's going to check in for Mahi. Both free throws are good. We're tied for the third time tonight. 31 apiece. Inocente inbound to St. Superi. Brings the ball up the floor under heavy pressure. Gets a dribble live. Gets it across the timeline. Now to the left wing. Gets all the way to the rim. Lays it up with the left and in. St. Superi doing it all himself. Shakes free of the pressure and gets the basket. His first of the game. Under 6 minutes to play first half. Three straight away. Off the rim. No good. Aboye fights a rebound away from Ike. Passes back out for Hammond. Hammond driving on Miller, gets into the paint, and that's got to be a turnover. Yes, you can't pass the ball to yourself. It'll go as a travel.
Great job by Miller. Went for the steal, got out of position, and fought his way back in front and caused that turnover on the jump shot from that Hammond. So great play by Miller right there on the extra effort.
Substitutions for the Zags. St. Superi, Grant Foster head to the bench. Smith and Worley back out there. Again, Santa Clara's going to show some full court pressure here. Inbound to Smith. Hayden brings it up the floor. Has a screen from Worley if he needs it, but instead dribbles the other way. And now safely into the offensive end. Hayden dribbling to his left. Darlin defends him. Hayden dribbling now to his right. Picks it up. Got away with a travel. Gives it up to Miller out between the circles. Miller gets a screen from Ike, dribbles to his left. Bounce down low, looks for Worley, catches, double team comes, kick in the corner, three on the way. It's an air ball. Inocente, way too much on that one. Rebound to the Broncos. Hammond driving. Hammond gets all the way to the rim. Ike blocks it out of nowhere. Ball's loose, not anymore. Smith has it. Inocente in front of him. Manny on the run, little Euro step. Nice. Shot is up and in. Zags have their biggest lead. They're up by 4.
Sprint ahead by Inocente there to create the passing angle. Great transition basketball.
Huge block from Ike, led to the Inocente finish. Ulagov splits the double team, uses the glass, and rattles it home. 4.5 to play first half. Zags 35, Broncos 33. Worley brings it into the offensive end for the Zags. Gets a screen from Ike, dribbles to his left, now to the wing. Passes in the near corner to Miller, catches and fires at three. A little too much on it. Rebound goes to Darlin. Here come the Broncos out and running. Darlin dribbling to the left wing, now retreats, and will pass it back out top. Gavaluga with it. So we approach 4 minutes to play first half. Dribbling to his left, passes back out. Aboye, extra pass, Cochran. Fires a three and hits. Cochran, averaging 5 a game, puts his team back ahead 36-35. He is perfect from the field. Worley out to Ike. Fans let him have it. Now he gives it away to Smith. Smith driving with the left hand, gets into the paint, leaves it for Worley. Worley kick out to Ike, catches and fires. The three for Graham, won't go down. Rebound, Inocente had it but couldn't secure it. The Broncos come away with the basketball. .320 to play first half. Broncos lead at 36-35. Kulagov slips and falls, got away with a travel. And able to get the ball away, the officials say, to Cochran. Cochran picks it up with the left elbow, gives it up right side. Garland glanced up at the clock, gets it 5. Garland defended by Worley. Pulls up, shoots a deep one. It's off the back iron. Rebound, Inocente. Gets it away to Worley. Worley into the front court. Worley weaves his way to the left side, picks up his dribble at the high post, out to Ike at the top of the key. Graham going to work on Darling. Kicks it in the corner to Smith. Off the double team. The three won't go down. Rebound goes to Boye. Quick outlet. Gavaluga pulls up on the break, fires the three. It's no good. That one popped out. Ike comes away with it.
He's had 2 of those halfway down.
Ike working on a first half double-double. Driving, gets by a Boye and hammers it home with one hand. Oh, my goodness. Graham Ike puts the Bulldogs back on top. The villain here tonight has 17 and 8 in the first half. Gavaluga, no look. Knocked away by Worley into the hands of Smith. Zags out running 3-on-2. Smith throws the alley-oop and Inocente catches, finishes. He's fouled. Gonzaga with back-to-back buckets. The dunk from Ike, the finish from Inocente. He'll step to the free throw line when we come back from this timeout. 39-36 Gonzaga. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Hey, babe, I pulled up the McAllister's Deli app. What are you thinking? Good call. McAllister's Club might hit the spot. Oh, yeah. Chicken tortilla soup. Forgot about that. Oh, Savannah chopped salad. Well, now I'm stuck. What are we going to do?
How about we just do choose 2? Mix and match our favorite items.
I do like the sound of that.
With so much variety at McAllister's, choose 2 might just be for you. McAllister's Deli. Click on the banner to learn more.
Right now, get up to 20% off select online storage solutions. Put heavy-duty HDX totes to good use, protecting what's important to you. The solid, impact-resistant design prevents cracking, and the clear base and sides make items easy to find, even when the totes are stacked. Find select online shelving and tote storage up to 20% off at the Home Depot to organize every room in your home, from your garage to your attic. Visit HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done.
Welcome back to the Levy Center. Back and forth ball game here. The Bulldogs fell behind 8 points at 17-9. Able to rally, get back in it. We've been back and forth with 3 lead changes, 5 ties. Bulldogs currently leading 39-36 with Emmanuel Inocente getting ready to step to the free throw line. Well, Bud Light is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And Mo, after a sluggish start offensively, the Zags have really settled in up to 50%.
Yeah, 17-34. The transition has really helped us as well. The second chance points, 8-4. Offensive rebounds, kickouts. Obviously, that's the hardest shot to guard in basketball is the offensive rebound spray out. You're scrambling. And we've been pretty good in transition. It doesn't say fast break points, but coming down, being succinct, right? Come to a jump stop. Let them lane out a little bit, get kind of crazy. Like Graham Ike's last one, to me, is kind of a fast break. He's just slow dribbling it down. They're spaced out. Boom, one in and out. He's at the rim, dunk. So our guys have been much better here in this last, let's say, 4 or 5 minutes of just being more fundamental. I know it sounds like such simple analysis, but that's really what it comes down to when you play on the road. Being strong with the basketball, coming to jump stops, hitting your teammate on time and on target. Little things.
Innocente's free throw rattles around and finally drops. Zags 40-36. Second 4-point lead Gonzaga has had. Hammond walks it across the timeline. Ace Miller picks him up defensively. Hammond dribbling to the left wing. Now backing Miller down. Here comes a double team. Pass deflected. Ball is loose. Graves back on the floor. He has it. And we've got a whistle. And Ensminger calls a timeout. Herb Sendek looks a little disgusted. I think, Mo, he subscribes to your theory that
I don't like.
If you want this.
I don't like to waste them unless you have that one to lose it in the first half. I don't mind it, but I'm not a big fan of taking one early.
Yeah, that is the second one.
That's the second one. So then that burns one in what could be a close game in the second half. So I'm a big believer in saving them.
The Broncos will retain possession, calling the timeout. They have 14 seconds to shoot. Zags after this head back home for a couple of days, then right back down to the Bay Area. We play San Francisco at the Chase Center on Wednesday night, and then back home for the final 2 home games of the season. Ensminger is going to inbound in front of us here at the scores table. Mario St. Superi, Tyon Grant Foster back on the floor for the Zags. Ensminger will take the ball from the official and pass it into Napper, who's back on the floor for the Broncos. For Ensminger again. Zags backing off in a little bit of a zone here, it looks like, Mo.
Zone early, and then they switch back to a man.
Yeah. Hammond shoots a deep 3 and sticks it over Ike.
That's a tough shot right there. That's pretty good defense from Ike.
90 seconds to play first half. Gonzaga 40, Santa Clara 39. Miller dribbling in the front court. Picks it up, passes left sideline. Grant Foster drives on Ensminger, gets around it, reverses and scores. Boy, just the absolute blow-by. 3-point lead for the Zags. Hammond thought about a 3 on the break, pulled it down. Broncos to set up the offense now. Hammond gives it up right side. Graves fakes the 3, drives a little runner, rattles around, won't stay down. Both tipped around, and Miller comes away with it for the Bulldogs. He is fouled. Is it Ensminger or is it Graves? They were both there. Ensminger is whistled for the personal. That's his first. It would have been Graves' third.
The whole bench was saying down 22 on 22. Yeah, we'll double it, 44.
Graves checks out. Aboye is back in there. Pressure in the backcourt from the Broncos. Inbound to St. Superi, who waves everybody off. He'll take it up the floor himself. Napper with him every step of the way. Mario across the timeline. 40 feet from the basket. Dribbles to the right sideline. Now defended by Mahi on the switch. Screen from Ike, picks it up, bounces it to Graham. Graham dribbles, throws it down with one hand. A foul is going to go against the Broncos before Graham got off the shot. And Ensminger, with back-to-back fouls, has 2.
Zags in the bonus.
Rizzo Dejana goes to the table to check in. Graves checks in for Ensminger. First one, no good. Aboye with the rebound. Mahi will bring it up the floor. Innocente slows him down. Mahi driving with the left hand. Steps into the paint, leans it in, forces it, rattles around, pops out again. Ike comes away with another rebound, his 9th of the half. Gets it away to Miller. The Zags, with the shot clock off, are going to hold for a final shot. St. Superi just inside a half court. Napper comes out to pressure. Mario is dribbling it down. Clock hits 10. Ike comes out to start a set of screen. St. Superi goes the other way, bounces to Grant Foster, cutting out of the corner, misses the shot, but Mario's there. He puts it back in, and the Bulldogs will take their biggest lead of the night into the locker room. 44-39 is our score. Coach Few immediately out, having a conversation with one of the officials. Not happy with a non-call, but he is happy with the result. After a slow start for the Bulldogs, they trailed by 8 early. They've rallied to take a 5-point lead into the locker room. 44-39 is our score. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camel's Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camus Rewards for all the ways you play.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. Numerica Credit Union, life moves, live well. Federally insured by NCUA. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Let's go back to the network studios. Here's Luke Hallett.
Entertaining half of basketball, Gonzaga with a lead of 5 over Santa Clara on the road at the Levy Center at the halftime respite, 44-39. We take a listen to some of the highlights from this contest, and boy, were there many. Gonzaga shooting 51% from the floor. They trailed by 8 early in this contest, but they got some timely buckets from Graham Ike. Ike coming through in a massive way. 17 points, 9 boards, 2 assists for good measure. 2 of those rebounds were offensive as well. Ike making a defensive play here, giving Gonzaga the lead, 35-33, leading to the Innocente layup.
Driving, Hammond gets all the way to the rim. Ike blocks it out of nowhere. Ball's loose, not anymore. Smith has it. Innocente in front of him. Manny on the run, little Euro step. Shot is up and in. Zags have their biggest lead. They're up by 4.
Sprint ahead by Innocente there to create the passing angle.
Defense there from Graham Ike. How about some offense in a big way? Massive slam from Ike in transition, giving Gonzaga the 1-point edge.
Ike working on a first half double-double. Driving, gets by a boy, and hammers it home with one hand. Oh, my goodness. Graham Ike puts the Bulldogs back on top. The villain here tonight has 17 and 8 in the first half.
Teams would continue to trade buckets. Gonzaga gaining a little more separation, though, before the halftime horn. Mario St. Sapiri giving the Zags the 5-point lead.
Ike comes out to set a screen. St. Sapiri goes the other way, bounces to Grant Foster, cutting out of the corner, misses the shot, but Mario's there. He puts it back in, and the Bulldogs will take their biggest lead of the night into the locker room.
Zags shoot 51% from the floor, but still just 2 of 9 from beyond the arc and round to a 44-39 halftime lead. Scores from college basketball when we come back. Zags leading by 5 over Santa Clara at the break. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us, no one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time. Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
Halftime between Gonzaga and Santa Clara. Bulldogs, 5-point lead, 44-39. Luke Callan again with you inside the Learfield Network studios. We take a look around some scores from college basketball, starting with the WCC, where St. Mary's is trailing by 2 at the break, 30-28. The Pacific Tigers, Pacific right now 4th in the WCC, giving the Gales all they can handle. Gales are nipping at the heels of both Gonzaga and Santa Clara at 11-2 in WCC play. Something to monitor moving forward. That game at halftime, Pacific leading by 2. Each and every other game in the top 25 has gone final, but there's been some big results today. Let's start with the stunner. 16th ranked Texas Tech, top ranked Arizona. It went to overtime. And how about the Red Raiders today?
Christian Anderson gets it. He'll go right, throw it to top of the high post.
There it is.
Left corner three by Donovan Atwell. Yeah!
It is.
Yes, sir!
Yep, there it is. Johnny just keeps coming through for you, man.
Brian Jensen from Learfield on the call. Texas Tech knocks off Arizona 78-75 on the road. And they hand the Wildcats their second consecutive loss. JT Toppin went for 31 points and 13 boards, becomes the second player in the last 30 years to post 30 and 10 or more against the number one team on the road. Luke made that against Duke a handful of years ago, and Texas Tech picks up a stunning win over Arizona, who is now 23-2 on the season. Elsewhere in the top 25, third-ranked Houston knocked off Kansas State 78-64. Emmanuel Sharp went for 23 points in the victory. Cougars have now won 18 in a row at the Fertitta Center. 14th ranked Gators upended 25th ranked Kentucky 92-83. Gators are now 19-6 and an SEC best 10-2 at the moment. 4th ranked Duke, no problem with Clemson today, 67-54. 20th ranked Tigers were held to their third fewest points in the last 3 seasons. Duke is 23-2, 12-1 in the ACC. 5th ranked Iowa State toppled 9th ranked Kansas 74-56. Cyclones are 22-3 with the victory. It's also their biggest victory margin over the Kansas Jayhawks since 1973. Jayhawks played with Darren Peterson. Didn't matter. They're 19-6, now 9-3 in the Big 12 as well. And another game of note, 17th ranked St. John's defeating Providence 79-69. There were several skirmish in this matchup. St. John's with a hard foul on their player. It ended up ejecting 6 players in this contest. Bryce Hopkins went up for a layup. He was clocked by a Providence player. 6 players were ejected, one later in the second half as well. So a bit of a brouhaha, but a 79-69 win for St. John's. Gonzaga leading by 5 at halftime, 44-39 over Santa Clara on the road. First place in the West Coast Conference on the line between the Zags and the Santa Clara Broncos. We'll take it back out to the Levy Center in just a moment. Gonzaga leading 44-39. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camus Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camus Rewards for all the ways you play.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven, enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Welcome back to the Levy Center. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you courtside. The Zags, after a slow start, rally for a 44-39 lead at halftime. As we look at our first half stats, Mo, it's been the Graham Ike show. 17-9. He's 8 of 12 from the field. Got off to a slow start, but boy, did he heat up.
Yeah, he just took his time and kind of relaxed and had some popcorn out early, but then he went on that nice little flurry and really got us back in the basketball game.
He missed his first 2, started 2 out of 5, but then made 6 of his next 7 shots. 1 off of a double-double here at halftime. 9 points for Emmanuel Inocente tonight. 7 scored by Tyon Grant Foster. Adam Miller with 5. Mario St. Superi, 4 points, go along with 3 assists. 2 points for Jalen Worley. Braden Smith 0 for 3 from the field. Davis Vogel 0 for 1. The Zags end up shooting 19 out of 37 after that slow start. They're 2 out of 9 shooting threes, 4 of 7 at the free throw line. Love the minutes from Emmanuel, Mo, tonight. And that's another one of those things. It's not highlight reel stuff, but their tip-ins are flying around. A lot of effort stuff going on for him.
Yeah, effort stuff. That's what he gives us. He's obviously a terrific defender, but whenever he can score the basketball on the other end, it's kind of a cherry on top. He's been terrific in that area.
The Bulldogs, again, get 17-9 from Ike. Meanwhile, Christian Hammond has scored 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting. He's the Broncos' leading scorer at about 16.5 a game. KJ Cochran off the bench. He scores 5 a game. Well, right now he has 9. He's a perfect 4 out of 4 from the field. Nobody else for the Broncos has more than 4 points right now. Look at the rebounding numbers, Mo. +2 for Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Which is significant after that really tough start.
Yeah, it was, 7-1 early, so we did a good job of kind of slowing down and taking care of that part of the game. 7 offensive rebounds, multiple tip-ins has really helped us, get back into this basketball game and take the lead. But we have to be a committee effort on the glass, because this Santa Clara team is flying around. But our guys have met the challenge so far.
12 assists, 3 turnovers for the Zags. 7 assists, 6 turnovers committed by Santa Clara. Gonzaga 34 points in the paint and 22 points in the paint for the Broncos. As Gonzaga has been one of the leaders in that category in the country. With Braden Huff out, the number slipped some, but still 34 of Gonzaga's 44 coming in the paint. Both teams back on the floor, getting ready for the second half. We've got it coming your way right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Free.
Shop President's Day savings at the Home Depot with up to 40% off select appliances like Whirlpool that can keep up with your busy routine. The Home Depot has Whirlpool laundry appliances with Fan Fresh. This feature fans and tumbles your laundry after it's done to help keep your clothes fresh until you're ready to grab them. Shop President's Day savings now and get up to 40% off. Plus, free delivery on select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $1,498 or more. Offer valid February 5th through the 25th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Hey, babe, I pulled up the McAllister's Deli app. What are you thinking? Good call. McAllister's Club might hit the spot. Oh, yeah. Chicken tortilla soup. Forgot about that. Oh, Savannah chopped salad. Well, now I'm stuck. What are we going to do?
How about we just do choose 2? Mix and match our favorite items.
I do like the sound of that.
With so much variety at McAllister's, choose 2 might just be for you. McAllister's Deli. Click on the banner to learn more.
We've all been there. You hold on to a coupon but forget about it, and suddenly it's expired.
Expired in 2012. Dang it.
Fortunately, by switching to Geico, you could save about $900 on car insurance without ever touching a coupon.
It feels good to save big. It feels good to Geico.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical-obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway buffs can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
The 12th ranked Zags lead Santa Clara 44-39 as we get ready for the second half here at the Levy Center. First sold-out crowd of the season. It's been a great atmosphere. Mo, what do the Bulldogs need to do to close this thing out?
Continue to handle the glass, continue to push the ball with pace, but under control. We have the better lineup in this team, but we cannot allow them to get going offensively. 4-13 is not bad from 3 defensively for Santa Clara for us. So much of the same, I guess, in the last 10 minutes of that first half. It's loud in here, man. I could have barely even get this thought through.
No, it is loud. They do have a DJ who's pumping up all this music.
Man, I get it, but man,
I feel your pain, Mo.
The old grumpiness starts coming out. Turn that thing down.
It's after 8:30.
Yeah, what do you have?
You want your warm
newfangled music you're playing at these games? What happened to playing Twist and Shout by the band and call it good?
We're ready for the second half. Broncos come out on the floor. They'll have their starters. Napper, Hammond, Mahi, Aboye, and Ensminger. For the Bulldogs, Mario St. Superi will get the start in the second half at the point. He'll be out there with Miller, Worley, Inocente, and Ike. Gonzaga is going to move right to left in the final 20 minutes here at the Levy Center. And Santa Clara will have the ball to open the second half. Ensminger will inbound at half court on the far side of the floor. He and Graves each with 2 personal fouls in the first half. Inbound to Napper in the backcourt. Away we go in the second half. Gets a screen from Boye. Dribbles to the right wing. Short pass to Hammond. Hammond 9 points in the first half. Picks up his dribble. Spinning around. Passes it back out to Ensminger. Now for Mahi. Mahi defended by Worley. Backing him down with one arm, just pushing him out of the way. Gives it up to Ensminger to Napper. Extra pass. They work it back left side. Mahi. His 3 is good. Good ball movement for the Broncos, who score the first bucket of the second half. Mario St. Superi in the front court with a dribble. Gives it up to Inocente. 3-point line left side. Wraps a pass to Ike. Graham shot up at goaltend. Is going to go against the Boye. Give Graham 19 points. Bulldogs lead is 46-42. Napper into the front court on the right side with the dribble. Aboye out top now. Hand off to Hammond. Sets a screen for him. Hammond wide open. Misses the 3-point shot. Ike comes away with a rebound. Outlet pass knocked away by Aboye, but Graham gets it back. Worley now brings it up the floor. Ensminger defends him. Jalen hands it off from the far sideline to Inocente. Brings it back out top. Now fires a pass left corner. St. Superi out to Miller. Miller 3-point line left side with 11 seconds to shoot. Waits for a screen from Ike. Picks up his dribble. Passes on the sideline. St. Superi 6 seconds to shoot. Mario now glances up. It's at 3. He'll step back, fire a deep 3. It won't go down. Inocente flies in, grabs another offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Dribbles out, hands it off to Miller. Miller fakes the 3. Now dribbles back out between the circles with it. Short pass to Inocente in front of the GU bench. And boy, Graham Ike is just being hammered by Aboye, who finally is whistled for the personal foul. That's his second.
A lot of arm wrestling and fighting underneath for position. That's a tough ask for Aboye, who's probably the most athletic kid we've seen in a long time. Graham Ike is so good at creating angles, creating position with his legs.
Boye whistled for his second. St. Superi bounces it into Graham on the left wing. Fans start to boo. Graham taking his time, backing Boye down. Pressman pokes it away. Graham gets it back. He's going to shoot a 3 and miss it. It's an air ball right in the hands of Ensminger. Ensminger brings it the other way. Fans love the miss. Ensminger falls to the ground. No. He slipped and fell.
Tripped on himself.
Nice.
There's a line monster out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Grabbed him by
We're
the
getting
legs
the replay
here.
right now.
Oh, yeah, he just fell on his own.
Fell over. The foul goes on Jalen Worley. And that's his second. Broncos inbound. They trail by 4. Hammond has it on the 3-point line, right side. Dribbles to his left. We have a whistle. And an offensive foul is going to go against Ensminger, setting the screen. And that is his third.
I didn't see the foul there, did you?
I didn't either. I know it's
okay. I guess the makeup call for the phantom trip that we just talked about. So
Zags inbound to St. Superi. Napper all over him as he brings it into the front court. Mario dribbles to his left, gets a screen out top from Ike, passes it for Miller and throws it out of bounds. Like Mario was caught in between. Ike and Miller were in the vicinity. It looked like Mario wasn't sure. And
he threw a fastball from 15 feet.
Fourth turnover on Gonzaga. Napper brings it into the front court on the left side of the floor. Passes over to Mahi. Mahi driving with the left hand, spins back to the right. Spins back to the left again. Little fadeaway is good. Zags lead is 2. 7:25 to play here at the Levy Center. Worley into the front court. Screen from Ike. Dribbles to his right. Passes back left side to Inocente. Head of steam into the paint. Gets all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in.
A beautiful cut by Inocente on the ball reversal. Already has a head of steam. Turns the corner. He's had a terrific game so far.
And he into double figures with 11. He scored 11 against the Broncos up in Spokane. Ensminger out top for Mahi. Mahi driving wildly, throws it up. It's in. And a foul is called on the Zags. Let's see who they get. It's another one, Mo, that I question.
Yeah, he looks like he's creating the contact. Morley's backing up.
Yeah.
So a great bucket. Let's give him that. Yeah. But I don't know where the and one comes into effect. Morley's backing away from him, trying to avoid the contact, and now he's diving into him. So I have a hard time agreeing with that call, but nonetheless, good bucket. We'll give him that. Like I said, that's splitting 2 defenders and putting his head down.
Zags lead is 1 after the made free throw. That's personal foul number 3 on Jalen Worley. Ace Miller with the dribble. Ham it all over him. Ace gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to the right wing this time. Keeps it alive. Flips it back to Worley. Worley gives it up to Inocente. Sets his feet, fires the 3. Halfway down, rimmed out. Worley offensive rebound. Kick out St. Superi. He catches and shoots. That one won't go down. Long rebound is tipped by Mahi. He controls it. Looked like maybe stepped out of bounds. The official's going to say that he did not. Here's a pass to Graves, who runs into a couple of blue shirts. And he's going to step to the free throw line. Just completely out of control basketball.
A weird sequence right there. You said I thought Mahi stepped out
of bounds, not once but twice, and then he hopped 2 times while he's dribbling. I don't know, Mo. And then again, when you catch the ball and just throw it over your head as you're falling
that's
down,
exactly what's.
And either way, like if it's us too, like it's
right.
The frustration.
Graves just diving in, not even looking to score the ball. It's what nearest blue shirt appendage can I run into, right? And it's just like, what? At some point, people's body direction and intent to score has to matter if you're officiating, and that's something I've always complained about. The feel, right?
Yep. Graves makes them both, and Santa Clara goes back ahead. It's 49-48. Inocente running the baseline, gets it into St. Superi. Mario dribbles away from the pressure of Napper and into the offensive end. Mario leaves it for Grant Foster. Driving on Graves. Graves all sorts of contact, and that's got to be number 3 on Graves. I mean, he could have been called out at the 3-point line. And that is his 3rd. Fans don't like it.
Easy call by the official. He's riding him the entire way, and I like that call by Coach Few and the staff. They recognize he's their best defender, but they're going to put him up to the test of not foul. So they run a weave action with Tyon going to his right hand, which he had much success in the first half. Good play design.
First free throw for Tyon is good.
Coach Sinbeck really giving it to the official. They've had some words. Now they're leaving Graves in the game, though. It's an interesting decision. He's averaging, 14 in West Coast Conference play. 3 personals here, 16-13 left in the ball game.
Second free throw off the mark, but the Broncos can't control the miss. Mahi lost it out of bounds. Gonzaga's going to get it back. We're tied at 49. So Grant Foster now 4 of 7 at the free throw line. And the Zags will have the ball. Davis Fogel is checked in for Ace Miller. Zags look to get it in. St. Superior bounces it, intended for Ike, and it's stolen away by Aboye. Mahi the other way, spins. Grant Foster challenges, shot off the mark. Graham with another rebound, his 10th. A double-double for Ike. Graham will bring it up the floor himself. Going to work on Aboye. Drives, gets right to the rim. He's fouled. Aboye picks up his third personal.
Huge situation inside for Santa Clara. Graves, Himsinger, whatever his name is, and Aboye with 3 personal fouls.
Yes. Herb Sendek is still complaining about the foul call on Graves. As we go to the timeout. 15:54 to play here in Santa Clara. We're tied at 49. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel battery. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items of participating dealers while supplies last.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
13 first-rounders.
Hammers it home. Sabonis gets a defender in the air, and he rattles one home. Stolen by Suggs. Jalen Showtime hammers home the dunk.
With more to come, you're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield. Let's go back courtside.
More league changes, 7 ties. One of those ties currently upon us, 49-49, Gonzaga and Santa Clara, 15:54 to play. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here at the Levy Center. Black West Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. From small family businesses to large operations, Ag West brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future. Mo double-double number 12 for Graham Ike. He continues to produce for the Zags here tonight.
Yeah, it's been terrific here early in the second half. It's been 19 and 11 already, 9 and 14. Keep throwing him the basketball and play off of him, in my opinion.
Ike, Grant Foster, St. Superior, Fogel, and Inocente out of the Bulldogs huddle. It'll be Mahi, Hammond, Aboye, Graves back out there. Gavalugov is also checked in for the first time in the second half.
Oh, they're still playing with Aboye and Graves with 3 personal fouls. I guess what else are you going to go, right? So, but would not be surprised if there's some sets run right at both of those guys to see if they can test themselves and not foul.
Graham's first free throw rims out. He's 79.7% on the season. Has missed both of his attempts so far tonight. Second for Ike is also off the mark. Aboye clears the glass for Santa Clara. There's some opportunities to the line tonight. Logoff dribbling on the left side. Can't shake free of St. Superior. Pass over the top. Caught by Graves. Poked away from behind by Grant Foster. Inocente comes away with it. Back to Grant Foster. He's into the front court. Slowed down by the Broncos defense. Pass over to Inocente. Left side for Fogel. Ike calling for it. Said Davis is going to drive into the paint. Leans in. Kicks it out to Ike. Ike with 17 seconds to shoot. Back in a Aboye down. Here comes a double from Graves. Finds Grant Foster cutting. Oh, my goodness. It goes up from 2 feet and throws down the dunk to put the Bulldogs back
I
ahead.
don't know how he got that dunk turned over. I thought he was going to lay it up, but nonetheless, terrific play.
Here's Hammond dribbling behind his back on the left side. Bounce down low for Graves. Graves into the paint. Little one-hander is good over Grant Foster. We're tied again, this time at 51. St. Superior to the front court with it. Screen from Ike. Dribbling with the left hand to the free throw line. Almost had it poked away. Bounces it over to Grant Foster. Grant Foster rises up, shoots a three, misses badly. Boye with the rebound. Davalugov into the front court right side. Pass for Graves. Graves on the right wing. Back in Grant Foster down. Takes him into the paint, spins the baseline, uses the glass and scores. His team goes back ahead by 2.
It's a tough matchup inside because he's kind of a hybrid 3-4. Nice little 2 jump hooks in a row for Graves.
Boye goes for the steal. Graham bounces it to Grant Foster, gets the defenders in the air and throws down a 2-handed dunk again to tie things up at 53. Davalugov dribbles it on the left side. One-handed pass out to Hammond between the circles. Hammond going to work on Fogle. Gets into the paint, little push-off, goes up for the shot. Davis is whistled for the foul, and that's another one. Davis whistled for the personal.
He's moving his feet. He's staying in front. I don't know what else you can ask the defender to do. I don't know what he wants to hear us complain, but we call as unbiased as we can. And our guys are sliding their feet and staying in front. Like
Ensminger is going to check in. He'll replace Boye. Darlin is in for Graves.
The defender is allowed the space as well. If you have to keep retreating and you can't stop with hands back, I don't know how you can realistically defend. Yeah. So I'd like to hear an explanation. We'll never get it, but what that official was seeing on that play. I thought Davis did an excellent job of just sliding his feet, beating him to a spot, going vertical, all the things you tell young players to do.
Hammond with the miss, 54-53 Broncos. He goes 1 out of 2. Hammond has 10 points. Fogle dribbling right wing, defended by Ensminger, gets underneath the basket, couple of shot fakes, flips it up and in. He was body bumped by Ensminger's 2, but still finished through contact. Put Gonzaga back on top.
That's what he can do. He's got special talent around the rim, especially.
Hammond driving, kicks left side. Darlin shoots a 3 and hits. Darlin 32% on the season. Doesn't shoot a lot of them, but makes that one. It's 57-55 Broncos and a back and forth affair here at the Levy Center. 13-10 to play. St. Superior gives it up to Innocente. 3-point line left side. Defended by Ensminger. Drives, finds Fogle cutting baseline. Dribbles away from pressure. 6 seconds to shoot. Davis brings it back out. Steps back, fires a 3 over Ensminger. Comes up short. Ensminger with the rebound. To Darlin. Darlin's into the front court. Picks up his dribble at the 3-point line. Now the Broncos will set up their offense. They lead at 57-55. Graves fakes the 3, gives it up. Deep 3 on the way and good. Davalugov knocks it down. They're heating up from behind the line. Bulldogs trail 60-55, and Coach Few wants a timeout. Back and forth ball game. The Broncos have made their last 4 field goal attempts and are now 7 out of 17 shooting threes. Timeout called by Coach Few is going to extend into our media timeout. We're going to take it as well. Broncos back ahead by 5 at 60-55. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
To tip off this NBA season on FanDuel, you can choose your own rewards, which means you can play your game any way you want.
I get to choose my rewards?
Yep.
Great. Now, excuse me while I lock in.
All customers choose your own reward right now in the FanDuel app. 21 plus and present in select states. 18 plus in Kentucky. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirement, and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shop President's Day savings at the Home Depot with up to 40% off select appliances like Whirlpool that can keep up with your busy routine. The Home Depot has Whirlpool laundry appliances with Fan Fresh. This feature fans and tumbles your laundry after it's done to help keep your clothes fresh until you're ready to grab them. Shop President's Day savings now and get up to 40% off. Plus, free delivery on select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $1,498 or more. Offer valid February 5th through the 25th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a merman. You find a beach resort for your mer family with a plunge pool, a wave pool, and yoga. What? Mermen do yoga too. If a merman can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Zags fans, it's back. Catch the Mark View radio show on Mondays at noon on 590 KQNT and Alt 96.1. Hear from the coach throughout the season. Get inside information, analysis, and reaction straight from Coach View. It's the Mark View show Mondays at noon on the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here. The Lady Center is rocking as Santa Clara has outscored the Bulldogs 21-11 coming out of the locker room, Mo, largely because of the three-point shooting. They made 3 of 4 after first half of the made just 4 out of 13.
Yeah, something we talked about extensively in the pregame. Just got to go to the three-point line. Got to locate in multiple actions and ball swings to be able to run guys off the line. So some late contests and allowed Santa Clara to get this 5-point lead.
Zags also just 5 of 11 shooting free throws right now as they return with Ike, Grant Foster, Inocente, Fogel, and St. Superi. Not going to be able to hear after this one.
Golly.
St. Superi bounced it into Inocente. Inocente dribbling to his right. Defended by Ensminger. Back out to St. Superi. Screen from Ike. Dribbles to his right. Now to the wing. Had it stripped away. Broncos with a steal. The Zags' 6th turnover of the game. Garland into the front court with it. Davalugov now gets a screen from Aboye. Dribbles to the left sideline. Keeps it alive. Into the paint with it. Flips it up. Won't go down. Aboye knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be Gonzaga basketball.
Not a break there. Makeable shot for Santa Clara.
We got one play. And now we have another timeout. 11:56 left in our basketball game. Our score remains Broncos 60, Zags 55. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
You're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield. Let's go back courtside. Once again, alongside two-time NBA champion Adam Morrison. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Well, the Zags fell behind by 8 points. It's 17-9 in the first half. They came back to take the lead. Gonzaga's biggest has been 5 points. That was the halftime advantage of 44-39. 8 lead changes, 9 ties. Santa Clara still plus 10 here in the second half. One of these you worry about a little bit of Santa Clara getting hot behind the 3-point line. Again, they made 3 out of 4 coming out of the locker room. Definitely have to slow that down.
We have to slow that down, and really comes down to like road mentality. Maximum communication, right? Closeouts, all those things matter, especially on the road. Can't have contest on guys. It's got to be a full contest and make them drive. And if they make some tough twos, they beat you that way, you tip your cap to them.
Zags will have the ball out of the timeout. Mahi checks in. Inocente inbounds to Ike in the backcourt. A.J. Cochran back on the floor. Graham brings it across half court. Aboye meets him. Graham dribbling to the left side. Aboye tries to poke it away. Graham still dribbling out there at 3-point line. Now backing him down. Here comes a double team. Graham picks up his dribble, finds Fogel cutting. Fogel back to Ike. Ike reverses and scores to cut the lead to 3.
They cut by Fogel, then to give it right back to Graham Ike. Good basketball.
Ike 21 points now. His 7th straight 20-point basketball game. Graves going to work on Graham. Spins, gets another one-hander up. That one won't go down. Grant Foster up high for the rebound, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Graves, the officials say, last to touch. Broncos want to take a look at the monitor to see if maybe it was off of Grant Foster.
You notice how they substituted late, too? The ref was telling Hammond to get in.
Yeah.
He told him twice to get up. That's crafty. I like it. Yeah, I'll take my time.
I saw a look at the replay. It was off of Graves, so they didn't challenge. The Bulls have the ball trailing by 3. St. Spirit gets a screen from Fogel, still dribbling at the 3-point line. Gives it up left sideline for Grant Foster. Tyon dribbling over here. Hammond defends him. Bounce for Ike. Graham had it poked away from by a Boye, who then is whistled for the personal foul. And that's his 3rd. Mo, it's been interesting watching him play defense. He's been handsy like that, reaching around
multiple times.
He picks up his 3rd. All 3 of their bigs have 3 personal fouls. Ike defended by the freshman again. And again, trying to poke it away. Double team comes. They work it right side to Fogel. Fogel on the sideline to Inocente. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Fogel. 8 seconds to shoot. Davis gets a screen from Ike. Gets all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in. The Bulldogs cut the lead to 1.
Just a hezzy go from the weak side. And then a steal by Fogel.
Fogel with the steal. Challenges Graves. He scores it over Graves. And the Bulldogs with 6 straight points have gone back on top.
6 straight points. Two field goals and an assist for Fogel, making an impact.
Hammond gives it up left side. Graves, he's wide open, fires a 3. No good. St. Superi has the rebound. Dribbles away from the pressure. Passes up the right sideline. Grant Foster using the screen from Ike. Gets under the basket. Picks up his dribble. And now needs some help. Finds Inocente cutting. He lays it up and in. 8 in a row for Gonzaga. The Bulldogs lead is 3.
Nice little flurry. Just simple basketball. Hard cuts. Dribble drive. Avoiding contact.
Inocente, 13 points tonight. Broncos with the ball. Pass for Graves. Graves drives, reverses, and blows the layup. He had a wide open lane, and I don't know why he decided to do that.
Yeah, he was expecting a jump from the shot blocker.
Ike drives. Hammond tries to tie him up. And now those 2 players are going to have to be separated. The official's going to call a jump ball. It'll be Gonzaga ball in alternating possessions. And Graham spun right into that in the double team. But Mo, I think you're right. Maybe he was anticipating somebody trying to block the shot.
I think it was Grant Foster on the strong side. So he went to the reverse to try to protect himself and kind of like pulling the chair out, right? And
Boye checks out. Ensminger is back in. For alternating possessions, Gonzaga will have the ball with 9:39 to play, leading 63-60. St. Superior looks to inbounds. Flips it out for Fogle just inside a half court. Glances up at the clock. Plenty of time, 20 seconds. Going to work on Mahi. Freshman keeps his dribble alive. Passes left sideline. And Chente tries the baseline. Cut off by Ensminger. Pass back out to Ike, who dribbles it off his knee. 2-on-1. That pass is kicked by St. Superior, and then Graves' shot is blocked, but a whistle and a foul on the Bulldogs.
But then again, I don't think that's a foul.
No, I don't either. Graves is just leaning in, and Mario's going away.
Jumping straight up. I don't.
And this official continues to
like he's
the call.
He's just anticipating.
And Mario has his back to the basket, is running away with his arms up in the air. I don't know.
He's saying he turned midair. I mean, so you have to be perfectly perpendicular, I guess would be the description.
Free throw is good for Graves.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I watch these guys 35 times a year, and I just want to just stab my eyes out or write a strongly worded email to the Reffing Association and complain.
Both free throws are good. That ends the 8-0 run for the Bulldogs. 63-62. Gonzaga on top. Grant Foster away to St. Superior. Mario under pressure from Napper, who's returned. Gets it into the front court. Gives it up to Fogle. Fogle, one-handed pass, left side, Grant Foster. Driving on Hammonds. Gets him right to the rim. Lays it up and in. Bulldogs lead at 65-62.
Play design. They ran everything. And cleared out a side for Tyon Grant Foster to get that mismatch.
Napper gets around St. Superior but can't finish. Grant Foster rebounds. He's headed the other way. Beautiful bounce pass. And a Chente goes up for the dunk. He misses, but Graves has whistled for his fourth personal, and Emmanuel is still down on the deck, slow to get up.
It's 4 personal fouls on Graves. It's a huge call right there.
Fans don't like it. Heck of a bounce pass. Emmanuel going up. Yeah, Graves, they got him across the forehead on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you get another look at it. Yeah, there's got him on the follow through as well.
We're going to review it.
Yeah, Emmanuel a little shaken up. He'll take this opportunity to kind of gather his thoughts.
Yeah, he got hit across the face. That could be a flagrant one. Now, it's a basketball play, but anything by the head or neck area, right?
Yep.
You might as well look at it. So, great job by our staff pointing that out to Coach Few.
Teams go to their benches. The officials are having a conversation, and now they'll make their way over to the scores table here to take a look at that play. But either way, it will be the fourth on Graves. Bulldogs lead a tightly contested game, 65-62. Again, 8-point lead in the first half, the biggest for the Broncos. 5-point lead for Gonzaga has been the biggest tonight on a couple of occasions. I think you're right, Mo. I think it's going to stay where it is. I think it's a basketball play, but you're right. I think you have to go and look at it. That elbow got him across the head. And now
drilled him right across.
It's funny when you look at it from the angle we're seeing it now. It looks a little different. It looks.
So when I saw it from our angle, I thought he just kind of got a little bit of ball, and Manny got rim checked. But now that I see it, the replay, and thank God we have it, it's a swipe across the. Yeah, he hits him dead in the forehead.
Yeah,
so it's not malicious, but it's by the letter of the law, it should be 2 shots and all out.
Officials have looked at the monitor. Now they're convening at center court to make their decision. Gonzaga leads to 65-62. It has been a loud environment here. They're going to call it a common foul. Going to Chente. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. The Braves will stay on the floor with his 4 personal.
Yeah, really rolling the dice here. Surprised they didn't go Ensing. I can't say his name. Help me out, man. Ensinger. Help me out, buddy.
Ensminger.
Yep. That's him.
So I couldn't hear you with all the.
No, it's all right. Surprised they don't go him and a Bouye and give Graves, a 2-minute.
Emmanuel misses the free throw.
Here it is. Yeah, they're subbing Bouye in for Graves, so it makes sense.
Bulldogs now 5 out of 12 at the free throw line. Manny ready for his second. That was all net. 66-62 Zags, 8:51 to play. Hammond will lead the offense for the Broncos. Walks it across the timeline. Fogle picks him up defensively. Short pass to Boye, right back to Hammond. Hammond, couple crossover dribbles, little fade away from 8 over Fogle, all net. Oh, that's silky smooth. Nice play. Hammond has 12. Fogle in the front court with a dribble. Fogle gets into the paint, leaves it for Innocente cutting. He's underneath the basket, lost the handle, able to get it back, but under all sorts of pressure. Gives it up to Fogle. Now over to Grant Foster. Defended by Ensminger. Takes him into the paint. Finger roll up and in. Grant Foster having a big night for the Zags. The lead is 4.
It's on his fourth, just right hand in and out and go. Getting to the rim.
Hammond out to a Boye. Big man shoots the 3. Nowhere close. Long rebound, free throw line goes to Hammond. His one-hander is no good. Grant Foster has another rebound for the Bulldogs. He's got Fogle up the right sideline. Doesn't see him. Will continue to weave his way up the floor. Little Euro step. Misses the shot. Innocente there to clean it up. He misses, but a foul goes against the Broncos. A little power outage for Tyon Grant Foster, who has been active as he can be. Foul on a Boye. That's his 4th. And that whistle brings us to an official timeout. We have 7 minutes and 43 seconds to play. Zags 68, Broncos 64. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Vail, where else can you ski endless fields of powder, take on 7 legendary back bowls, go to mountaintop parties, and unbeatable après? Where else but miles away from the rest of the world? Vail, like nothing on earth. Plan your legendary escape.
President's Day savings are happening now at the Home Depot with up to 40% off select appliances. Looking to upgrade your fridge? Check out LG's newest model, serving up ice in all kinds of styles. Cube, crushed, craft ice, and now new mini craft ice straight from the dispenser. From cold brew to fizzy favorites, these refrigerators will have you entertaining like a pro. Shop President's Day savings and get up to 40% off, plus free delivery on select appliances like LG at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $1,498 or more. Offer valid February 5th through the 25th, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather. Classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love. Sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
68-64, 12th ranked Gonzaga leading Santa Clara with 7 minutes and 43 seconds to play here at the Levy Center. Well, at First Interstate, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, work for you. Member FDIC. Tyon Grant Foster is going to get a well-deserved breather. 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting. He also has 3 assists and 2 steals for the Bulldogs. Ace Miller is going to check back in for GU coming out of the timeout. And Mo, this game continues to be back and forth. 9 lead changes, 9 ties. Santa Clara's led for about 16 and a half minutes. The Bulldogs a little more than 11 and a half.
Good one.
Yeah.
We knew it coming in, and it's a really good basketball team, especially at home. They're 13-0. Lived up to the billing so far. Hopefully we can come out of here with a win, but still plenty of hoops left. 7:43. Man, it's loud in here, man. I'm almost ready to silence my mic. Just holy smokes.
Aboye, Ensminger, Hammonds, Mahi, and Gabalugov out of the Broncos huddle. Miller, St. Superi, Inocente, Grant Foster, and Ike for the Zags. Graham has his 12th double-double of the season. He's the leading scorer with 21 points, also leading rebounder in the game with 12. Free throw rattles around and drops for Inocente. To
7 of 14, 50% for Gonzaga so far in this ballgame from the stripe.
I need to correct myself. Tyon stays out there, and it'll be Ace Miller checking in for Fogel. Bulldogs lead is 70-64. This is the largest lead Gonzaga's had tonight. Lugoff, short little pass out to Aboye. Big man, couple dribbles, hands it off to Hammond. Hammond defended by Ike on the switch. Wants to go to work on the Zags' big man. Slips and falls. No!
Whoa.
He slipped and fell down again. That's number 3 on Graham. And Graves is going to check back in.
These officials have had a tough one so far. It's just a trip on his own legs. Not even close. Embarrassing.
Inbound goes to Mahi on the right wing, defended by Grant Foster. Backing him down, gets into the paint, gets Tyon in the air and scores. 70-68 as we approach 7 minutes to play in the basketball game. Gonzaga on top, 70-66, As St. Superi under heavy pressure gets ball in the front court, gets all the way to the right wing, short pass to Miller, back out to the freshman point guard. Mario just inside a half court. Grabs a pass to Grant Foster, gets a screen from Ike. That pass intended for Inocente cutting is deflected out of bounds with 12 seconds to shoot.
Threw it right off of Bouye's face. Point blank, too. That'll wake you up.
Yes, it will. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, right off of something. Point blank.
Official's going to try that ball off. Zags will inbound with 12 seconds to shoot it. St. Superi to inbound on the baseline. Mario gets it in the corner to Ace Miller, catches and fires. The 3 is good. Miller with a big one, pushes the lead to 7, under 7 to play.
Big time 3 for Ace Miller out of a baseline OB. Great call.
There's Graves driving on Ike, dribbles it off his foot. St. Superi rips it away, and the official's going to call a jump ball. Santa Clara will keep it on alternating possession, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Well, Graham really close to picking up his fourth.
I thought he was going to get called for a blocking foul there. So I guess we finally got one to go our way.
Inbound to Mahi on the right wing. Defended by Inocente this time. Same story, backing down. This time spins to the baseline. Grant Foster comes over, rejects the shot. Zags out running. 3-on-2. Grant Foster slowed down by Hammond. Picks up, gives up to St. Superi trailing. He finds Ike, and Graham's called for an offensive foul.
It's a flop.
That's number 4.
Good play by Graves. I guess I got to give him credit from a basketball player standpoint.
Izzo Dejada is going to check in for the Zags at this crucial juncture.
Yeah, this is huge. This is a big sequence for him. He hasn't played a second. Coming in dead cold. Gonzaga up 7 in the hostile environment. You better be ready to go, young fella.
Had 9 here last year to save the Zags bacon. Let's see if he's got it in him here.
Yeah, play defense and rebound the ball.
Hammond picks up his dribble to Graves, hands it right back to Hammond. Hammond dribbling to his left, trying to get around Miller, pushes off, gets up a shot, and hits it. I mean, it's
an offensive foul. It's displacement. If we're going to talk about guys getting displaced, he left his cylinder and displaced the defender. Yuck.
Inocente into the front court, gives it up to St. Superi. Mahi went for the steal, pass over to Grant Foster. He drives. He's fouled by 3 different players. Let's see who they get. And Hammond, I believe, is the player who will be whistled for the personal. He is. We're looking at the replay. It's a push-off.
Yeah, these are big free throws coming up. 8 of 15 for Gonzaga. Tyon, probably our worst free throw shooter on the floor.
First one for Tyon is off the back iron.
What is he?
Tyon's 4 out of 8.
4 out of 8, yeah. Just not stringing it together.
Four out of 9. Graves has the rebound, and then Izzo fouls him, and Coach Few is not happy at all.
I mean, it's just a dumb foul. They secured the rebound. He's just tripping and falling over a guy.
And that gets them into the bonus.
Yeah.
So Graves is a really good free throw shooter. Has been tonight anyway. He's 70%.
Poor decision.
He's 6 for 6 tonight. Stuck to the free throw line.
Those are the things that don't get you on the floor, and I hate to be super critical of the young kid, but it's Division I basketball. You can't just fall into a guy and foul him at 90 feet. They got the rebound, get back.
Front end for Graves is good. He hasn't missed tonight. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs are 8 of 17 at the free throw line.
Especially when we've done a pretty good job defensively in the half court, right? Now we give them a chance to climb back in the game with the clock stop. So those are just plays that you cannot have.
Second one is off the mark, but Graves comes away with the offensive rebound. Kick out to him and wide open three. It's no good. Grant Foster has the rebound.
They're going to
call it on Izzo as he and Aboye fought for the rebound. Now, I'd like to get a look at that replay.
I'm Coach Few. I'm going with Jalen Worley or Davis Vogel and playing small and seeing how we can manifest this. Or Noah Holland.
Yeah. I mean that both players are grabbing each other.
I know,
but he's got a
it's
fistful of jersey, but you're right. I mean, the first one is good for Aboye, and he will shoot another 64% on the season. He goes 1 out of 2. Rebound goes to Grant Foster, and they're going to blow a whistle. A foul goes against Mahi, I believe. It is Mahi. That's his first. So we're going to head the other way. And really, we've talked about all of the shooting and all of the stuff. I mean, right now, Mo, 13 out of 17 shooting free throws for the Broncos, 8 out of 17 for the Zags.
Yeah. So critically important on the road, especially in a game so tightly contested as this one.
Grant Foster to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. On the way and good all net. That's leading that one. 4-7. Tyon's going to shoot one more time. Still 5:46 to play here at the Levy Center. Coach Hughes going to send Izzo into the backcourt. And St. Superior will come in to rebound. Tyon makes them both. He has 18. The lead is 75-70 for the Zags. Gavalugov will walk it into the offensive end for the Broncos. Boye sets a screen. He dribbles to his right, pulls up, fires the three. It's off the mark. Rebound, batted around, still loose. Graves comes away with it out to Mahi. Mahi drives baseline, spins into the paint, off-balance shot, won't go down. Graves fighting for the rebound with Miller. And if that's Graves, that's going to be his 5th foul. Oh, no, they're going to give it to Gavalugov.
Did you ever watch Sopranos?
A little bit.
Gabagool is every time I think of that. I held it off all night.
Well, Ace Miller to the free throw line, so they called it away from the rebound. Zags do go into the double bonus. Miller steps up to shoot 2 and makes the first. Ace makes them both.
Big free throws.
70-70. The Zags tie their biggest lead of the night. Gavalugov into the front court with it. Brings it all the way to the right side. Short pass for Graves. Defended by Grant Foster. Dribbles away from him. Now kicks it left side. Wide open look at a three. And that's going to be a travel on Mahi. Inocente closed out late. Mahi double clutched. Couldn't get the ball back down to dribble it. Napper's going to check in for Gavalugov. And Inocente inbounds to Miller. Miller pass over to St. Superior. Mario into the front court. Bulldogs lead at 77-70. 5 minutes exactly to play. Mario gives it up right side. Grant Foster has it. Pulls up, fires the three over Mahi. It's no good. Long rebound goes to Mahi, who brings it up the floor. Grant Foster tried to pick it. Mahi dribbles behind his back. Gets all the way to the rim. An ill-advised shot from Grant Foster. Leads to that.
That beautiful
layup.
Move by Mahi. That was behind the back and then in and out. That was pretty.
St. Superior into the front court. Heavy pressure from Napa. Dejana sets a screen. Mario dribbles away from pressure. Trips and falls. Grabs the ball. Passes it away. Aboye now on it. He can't hold on to it. An absolute mess for both teams. Mario just fell down and lost control. Aboye had his hands on it and looked like a football. Just
Fumblerooski.
Yeah, nobody could hold on. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to play. And the officials will say there was no change in possession, so we'll keep a 12-second shot clock for the Zags. 77-72 our score. St. Superior looks to inbound. Passes in the near corner. Grant Foster has it. Zion backing down Mahi. Gets into the paint. Little up, under, spins. Can't get up a shot. Finds Inocente. 3 seconds to shoot. Emmanuel step back. Little fade away. Won't go down. Aboye pokes Dejana out of the way. Should have been a foul on him. He would have been out of the game. Instead, the Broncos have the ball. Hammond with it. Hammond dribbling to his left. Now back to his right. He slips and falls. Gonzaga comes away with it. Miller ahead of the pack. Ace takes it up. Throws it down with one hand. Bulldogs lead is back to 7.
Nice break for Gonzaga as Hammond slips. Easy run out. Big play.
Broncos with the ball. It's Napper with it. Napper gives it up to Graves. Graves defended by Dejana on the perimeter. Backing him down. Still backing him down. Leans in. The left-handed shot won't go, but Izzo's whistled for the personal. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left at the Levy Center. We have an official timeout. Zags 79, Broncos 72. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
From blowout wins,
it's all Zags here pulling away,
to buzzer-beating buckets.
He's got it! 6/10 of a second to play. Zags
Lead by 2. We do it all. This is Gonzaga basketball.
Zags 79, Broncos 72, 3:25 to play in Santa Clara. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. Mo, a new season high for Emmanuel Innocente, 16 points for him. Tyon Grant Foster putting together a nice one with 18. Miller backing up that 11-point performance. He's got 12. Those guys have played well.
Played extremely well. Innocente, 5 offensive rebounds, 6 total. Just flying around making plays, and we got to give credit to Adam Miller as he shot it well of late. He had that 11 points against Washington State. Saw some go down. Another efficient night, 4 for 6 so far, 12 points. Playing a really good basketball game.
Graham Ike with those 4 personals back on the floor. Graves, who also plays with 4, will shoot a couple of free throws for the Broncos. First one is all net. He struggled early at the line, but he's improved dramatically as the season's gone on. Makes both of these. It's 79-74. Graves has made 9 of 10 from the free throw line. St. Superi brings ball off the floor. Gavalugov defends him as he's returned to action. Mario dribbles to his left, gets underneath the basket, reverses and flips it in. Heavy pressure. He beat it and pushes the lead back to 7.
Simple basketball. Got the angle and just took it all the way. Nice reverse.
Gavalugov bounces left side. Mahi driving on St. Superi. 3 Zags come over to challenge the shot. It's off the mark. Ike rebounds. St. Superi brings it into the front court for GU. Coach Few wants the Zags to slow it down as 2 other players were still in the backcourt after challenging that shot. St. Superi waits for a screen from Ike. Graham comes and sets it. Aboye pokes the ball away. Mario got it back. Passes it left side to Miller. Miller defended by Hammond. 6 seconds to shoot. Miller finding some confidence. He shoots it, won't go down. And Hammond with a 2-hand push into the waist of Ace Miller. He's saying, what did I do? So, well, you can't shove a guy while he's shooting. It's one of those obvious ones, too. He's look at that moment. There's so much separation. Maybe if there's a bunch of traffic in there, you get away with it. But it sends Miller to the free throw line with 2:31 to play. Ace's first is all net. Second one rattles home. The Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the game. They're ahead 83-74. Now Lugov across half court with the dribble. Refuses a screen, dribbles to his left, fires a 3, and sticks it.
Terrible defense right there. Missed assignment on the ball screen coverage. Can't go under.
Innocente running baseline as the Broncos show full court pressure. Able to get it into St. Superi. Mario across half court. Bulldogs lead is 6 now after the made 3. Mario 15 seconds to shoot. Dribbling the clock down. Picks up his dribble, gives it up right side. Miller, a deep 3. Ace comes up short. Ike, offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Graham going to work in Aboye, who knocks it away, and the Broncos come away with the ball. Here's Hammond into the front court. Leaves it for Gavalugov, who bobbled briefly. Gives it up to Aboye, now gets it back. Over to Hammond on the left side. 90 seconds to play. Zags lead at 83-77. Pass it back out top. Gavalugov dribbling to his left off the screen. Here's a skip pass. It's stolen away by Innocente. Emmanuel into the front court. Now he's going to slow down. Coach Few wants the Bulldogs to run some offense, leading by 6 with 1:10 to play. St. Superi fouled by Graves, who just fouled out of the basketball game, and Mario sold that one. Graves came up to pressure just inside of half court. Mario raised the ball right up into him and then showed the official the foul, and he bid on it. Graves fouls out. 13 points, 9 of those coming from the free throw line. St. Superior will step to the line. 2-possession game, 1:08 to play. Mario has 6 points tonight on 3 of 7 shooting. This will be his first trip to the free throw line, where he's 87.7% on the season. First one is all net. The second one is good as well. Lead back to 8. It's 85-77. Lugov drives, challenged by St. Superior. Ike flies and grabs the rebound. Outlet to Grant Foster. He gives it up to Miller. Miller throws the alley-oop, and Grant Foster hammers it home. Zags lead it by 10 with 53 seconds to play.
Exclamation point.
Hammond shoots a deep three. It's an air ball. Mahi saves it. Aboye comes away with it. He's fouled from behind by Grant Foster.
What a beautiful play. See, still 44 seconds left. Gonzaga up 10, but let's see what happens here.
That rebound for Graham. How about that play? And then to save it to Emmanuel.
He takes it out.
Boye at the line, where he's 1 for 2 tonight. First free throw is good. Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Grant Foster heads to the bench, and what a night he has had. 20 points for Tyon. The exclamation point giving him 20. One off of his Gonzaga career high, his second 20-point game in a Gonzaga uniform. Boye made both free throws. 87-79 is the score now. The timeout is called by the Broncos. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here in Santa Clara. Well, Xfinity believes Gonzaga fans deserve a deal you can bank on. With Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, you get the most intelligent Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. No contracts, no pump fakes, just a fast break for your future self. Some big-time performances for the Zags here in what has been their biggest game of the season thus far, playing for first place in the WCC. Graham Ike showed up. 21 points, 15 rebounds for Graham. The offense hasn't really been there for him in the second half. Only 4 points since halftime, but still 21, 15 boards. That's a new season high for Graham. I'll give him his 12th double-double. Emmanuel Inocente, 16 points. That's a season high for him. Tyon Grant Foster, his second 20-point game of the season. He has 20. And then Ace Miller putting together a game. Mo, the confidence he's played with, some of those takes that he's gone for, he's been fantastic with 14.
He's been terrific and kind of had an all-around game as well. Defensively, he made some plays, especially in that first half. Still going to put hay in the barn here, but nice sequence from Gonzaga to extend this lead in the last 2 minutes.
Out of the timeout, Inocente with a baseline to run. Pass it to St. Superior. Mario's trapped in the corner and asks for a timeout. Mario caught it, and a trap came. And the Bulldogs forced to call a timeout. It was funny. Lugov walked over to the official right in front of Coach Few and whispered in his ear, Mo, and I think he was telling him, he was showing him, like, hey, watch for the push-off on 17. And then Coach yelled across at Mario and said, hey, don't push off.
Yeah, that was funny.
The timeout, a 30-second timeout called by the Bulldogs, who were huddled around Coach Few as they draw up an inbound play here, leading 87-79. Fantastic game here. 9 lead changes, 9 ties. Santa Clara had an 8-point lead in the first half. The Bulldogs' biggest lead has been 10 briefly at 87-77 on that dunk from Grant Foster. They're drawing up some plays here. Santa Clara undefeated at 13-0 on the home floor this season. 13-1 in West Coast Conference play. The Bulldogs currently sit at 12-1. Again, Gonzaga will head home for a couple days and right back down to the Bay Area to play San Francisco on Wednesday. The Broncos' next game is a week from tonight at San Francisco. And Davis Fogel checks in for the Bulldogs with Inocente, Ike, St. Superi, and Miller also on the floor. Inbound to Miller. Gets it back to Inocente. Picks up his dribble for Miller again. And Miller is fouled by Ensminger.
I believe that foul right there. They were close to a 10-second, I believe. So that's a mistake by Santa Clara right there.
And that's his fourth.
I'm a big believer. You trap once and you foul right away. If you have multiple ball reversals, then it gets to 6, 7, 8, then I don't think you foul and you negate the point of it. So easier said than done, though. Live action.
Grant Foster checks in. Graham Ike heads to the bench. That's a round of applause from the Zag fans in attendance. Miller ready for his second. And he's got it. Ace Miller with a Gonzaga career high. 16 points. Zags lead it by 10. Ensminger fires a three from the right side and hits it. 28.7 seconds to play. What do we say about the three-point shot, Mo? And this thing's not over yet.
Yeah.
Still 30 seconds to play.
30 seconds, and you're only up 7. And we've had this situation, flashback to San Diego earlier in the West Coast Conference season where we couldn't get the ball across half court. We gave up some threes, and it got to some real nervous time with about 20 seconds left, up 4, right? So we've seen things happen before, so let's not celebrate just yet.
No. Ensminger's three makes the Broncos 9 of 24 on the night. He now has 6 points in the game. And Zags will have Vicente inbounding again on the baseline. He might have to have his feet set with the inbound coming after a make. Vicente calls a timeout. Oh, and Mario actually
was open.
Yeah, Gavalugov fell down and he was wide open.
I don't know, man.
Zags are going to try one more time here. And with that, they're out of timeouts. Both teams are now.
Take a little bit of a risk, not in a sense that you're putting your team in harm's way, but you got to kind of throw it up to a guy, lock eyes, and go get it, right? If you have to half a step open, you're open at this level. So Inocente being a little bit too passive or a little too concerned with turning the ball over, which I understand, but nobody's going to be wide open in this situation. It's going to be half a step, throw it to his outside hand. He's got to be tough enough to hold him off and go up and get it. And then if you get contact, you sell it. Fall down, you know what I mean? And then you usually get the call. You'll knock down your free throws. So that was a mistake by Inocente, in my opinion.
Zags are going to try to inbound again. Same players on the floor for both teams. Inbound to Miller. And an immediate foul by Hammond. 0.7 of a second come off the clock.
Much better by Inocente. He ran the baseline, created in a better angle. And then said just hit Miller right when he was open, right when he popped.
Two free throws for Ace. The other 4 Zags on the floor will stand in the back court. First one just clears the rim and in. Ace still perfect line tonight. Ike out, Grant Foster back in. second one pops out of there. 90-82. Hammond driving, gets all the way to the rim. 90-84. Inbound St. Superior throws a long pass up the floor for Miller. Miller throws it down, his second dunk of the game. The lead is back to 8.
Olay, though.
And we're going to do it again. Miller beats everybody down the floor. He's going to take his time and now dribble it out. He'll lay it in with 8 seconds left. 94-86. Lugoff drives. That shot won't go. Grant Foster secures the rebound. The horn sounds. And the Zags take over sole possession of first place in the West Coast Conference standing. Wasn't easy. A late second half surge after falling behind by 8 in the first half sees Gonzaga knock off Santa Clara for the second time this season. Gonzaga at 94, Santa Clara 86. The Bulldogs now 19 straight 25-win seasons as they continue to extend their streak. 25-2 for the Zags, 13-1 in West Coast Conference play. Santa Clara now 22-6 and 13-2. We're going to take a break. Post-game show coming your way after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us, no one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
The game is over, but plenty more is still to come. Welcome to the Numerica Credit Union postgame show. Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well. Federally insured by NCUA. Here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here at the Levy Center, where Gonzaga hands Santa Clara its first home loss of the season. The Bulldogs do it in come-from-behind fashion. Gonzaga 94-86 winners over Santa Clara here tonight at the Levy Center. Tough start for the Zags, Mo, and it was eerily similar to the game against Portland. We got to that first time out, you look down, and they're shooting 50%. They're +6 on the glass, so it's exactly what happened against the Pilots. It was 6-1 against them. It was 7-1 here. But once the Bulldogs settled in, Mo, I thought they did a really nice job. You always talk about sawing wood, right? An old Leon Rice phrase. And I think, it's one of those things, we've done such a good job at getting out to good starts. When it doesn't happen, maybe you think the sky's falling a little bit. But credit to the guys after the 4-for-12 start. They really got it figured out after falling behind by 8 early.
Yeah, you kind of knew there was going to be an early thrust from a team that's all hyped up for sellout, playing for something that they haven't won in 3 decades or whatever. So you expected that a little bit, so that was fair. We just, what I was saying earlier is like, okay, first 10 possessions, okay, that was probably 4 or 5. And they really responded after that first media timeout. But it was a good job of not getting it out of hand. It was 9-4. Okay, let's correct the energy, take a deep breath. And we did that, and then the game
starting to turn our way.
And Bulldogs started 4 out of 12 from the field. That was about 8.5 minutes in. But at the next stoppage in play, the Zags had flipped the script. They had made 6 of 11 shots to rally from that 8-point deficit to tie things up at 24 apiece in a back-and-forth basketball game. The Zags would actually come back and take their first lead at 31-29 on a bucket from Graham Ike. A quick little spurt from the Zags as they will go ahead 31-29. Santa Clara would go ahead 36-35 on a 3-point shot from KJ Cochran, who played great basketball in the first half. Really didn't see much of him in the second, but his 3 put them at 36-35. A dunk from Graham Ike gave Gonzaga the lead again, and the Bulldogs would build it to that 44-39 advantage thanks to the putback from Mario St. Superi. In the second half, the teams would go back and forth. And then, Mo, just a nice little spurt. That 8-0 run for the Bulldogs would put them ahead. And then just kind of steadily grew that thing. And it wasn't easy. There weren't a whole lot of runs outside of that 8-0 run. But just credit to the Zags to just keep at it. I mean, Santa Clara cut the lead to 73-70. That was with about 5.5 minutes to play. Bulldogs got some big plays from Ace Miller down the stretch, Mario St. Superi. And then kudos to Mario and Ace for making their free throws down the stretch. And the Bulldogs held on. And you know, a resume type win, a win that gives you some breathing room in the conference title race, and a one that you can kind of look back of, you know, as a player and a team in general. That was fun because it was tough and the environment was good and they were visceral and all those things. And there was the refereeing didn't go our way, but we made some plays, had some nice impacts on the game. I mean, every guy that played really impacted besides DeJana. Vogel had that little 6-0 run by himself, right? That got us going. And then all the other guys you mentioned, Jalen Worley's got to get healthy, right? He's limping around. He's normally terrific, but fantastic win. I'm proud of these guys. Now the Bulldogs rally from 8 down early. A game that featured 9 lead changes, 9 ties. And the Zags win 94-86. 13-1 Gonzaga, now a half game ahead of the 13-2 Broncos. Mo and I are going to step aside. We've got post-game interviews coming your way. Plus, Luke's standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios. He's got highlights from tonight's win coming up next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Before Luke Hallett brings us our highlights, Brian Michaels out of the locker room. We'll talk to Coach right now. And B-Mike, that's just a heck of a basketball game, a great environment for college hoops. Some adversity, all sorts of stuff going on today, and that's just a heck of a win for your team to take over first place.
It was. Obviously, the game being a big game's an understatement. Man, their crowd was good, and that's a talented group. Ooh, man, they can score in a lot of different ways, but I thought we stuck to the plan for the most part. When we did, I thought it was really good. And like you said, adversity, man, they jumped us. We were turning the ball over. They were killing us on the glass. We flipped both those, and then obviously, G was carrying us, big time. And Jalen's been really, really injured again for weeks, and fought. Tonight, I just don't think it was quite as good as it's been. So, that gave those minutes to Tyon, and man, did he deliver. And E, can't say enough about how special he was. So a lot of good individual efforts and a lot of good job overcoming adversity, and really, really proud of Ace. I thought first half he was pretty good. I thought that first run in the second half he was a little timid and maybe not nasty enough, and we talked to him about that on the bench, and he flipped that thing. I mean, that three from the corner was an absolute game changer. Obviously breaking the press late, making all those free throws, and all of a sudden he's your leading scorer. So really good job.
And it was amazing to see his confidence grow. And I've been talking about that. I know you guys have been talking about it. It's him having one of those kind of breakout games. He got a great start against Washington State, and then kind of slowed down a little bit. And then, he got it going today. And it's just wonderful to see, because it's in there, and it was great to see tonight.
Yeah, he shoots such a clean ball, and he's strong. He can guard multiple positions. It was awesome. And then, the two freshmen to come into this environment, Davis just kind of gets things done. I mean, that little step through on the baseline was something else. And then right after that, pick six and goes at Graves, who's obviously a big dude, and lays it in. That was a huge stretch. And Mario goes 32 minutes, and I think it was like 32 out of the last 36. And hey, makes his lay-ins. He drove their pressure. He only had 2 turnovers against a bunch of pressure, and kind of just controlled the tempo. He did a great job.
Yeah, it's great to see those guys get that opportunity, right? Because I think that's something that people maybe don't understand or see. You need this, right? I mean, you have to go. You don't just come into these environments and all of a sudden it magically clicks. Davis in the first half didn't maybe have it going, but then he really flipped the switch in the second. Like you said, with Mario, it wasn't always clean, but to fight through and do it in this environment for those young guys is fantastic.
Yeah, Mario's obviously a really special player, and that pro experience, that he had overseas playing in some environments like this that are crazy, I think helped. But yeah, Davis certainly didn't have this, but it's part of Davis's gift, man. His confidence and his toughness are really, really special, and they're going to serve him really good. And he's a heck of a player.
Brian, for this group, man, it feels like it hasn't been easy. You look at B. Huff going down, you look at Graham going down, like you talked about Jalen's injury, and we're walking out of one of the toughest places in the league to play. They hadn't lost here all year, 13-1. You've got the lead. What a wonderful night for your group, and you put yourselves in a great opportunity to kind of control it now. And be able to win another championship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about control yet. There's a lot of basketball left to be played, and these top 3 teams are so tight. Obviously, St. Mary's winning again tonight made the top tighter and kind of moved that other spot a little bit. But, huge week coming up. We got, San Francisco's right there in that 5-ish spot on the road on a short turnaround. And then, obviously, a Pacific team that's doing really, really good things. That's in sole possession of 4th place. So, this, needless to say, is a huge week, and I feel like we keep talking about it, but you said it, we got to keep getting ourselves healthy. We got to get B-Huff healthy. Graham's obviously playing a ton of minutes, and Jalen, we have so much depth, thankfully, on this team, but basically those were our 3 bigs that we were playing, and, one's been out a while, one's been missed 3 games, and the other dude has just been an absolute warrior fighting here. So to kind of have it all at that one spot has provided some adversity, but again, really proud of how the guys stepped up.
All right, Brian, thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
That's Brian Mikeson talking about the win. We're going to take a quick break. We've got more post-game coverage coming your way next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
We are back at the Legion Center where the Bulldogs knock off Santa Clara at 94-86. New America Credit Union Money Answers. People know Gonzaga does in fact exist. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with Gonzaga's debit card offered only at America, federally insured by NCUA. Manuel Innocente out of the locker room to talk about it. The Bulldogs guard scored 16 points tonight, 6 of 11 shooting, and boy, Manny, it was a crazy place. We haven't played in a place like this in a while. It was loud. It was going. What was it like playing in here tonight?
It was really jumping. I remember last year I couldn't play because I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
So this year I was taking it personal because I wasn't here last year. But that's a great gym, great fans, and it's hard to play here. But we did it, so we got to be proud of ourselves.
Yeah, you did it after a slow start, right? They came out and really got after it. Like Mo said, it's like, hey, there's probably some adrenaline, and they're really pumped up, and they got going. But what did you guys do to kind of get settled in here and be able to come back?
We understood that we had to play better defense because that's where everything started. So we just did some huddle and talk to each other. We got a low key on these little details on defense, not get beat one-on-one to the rim, and the right coverage. So that was the goal for tonight's game.
Also had to rebound a little bit, and you flew in there and grabbed 5 of them, man. That was huge stuff tonight, huh?
Yeah, Coach was kept telling me to go offensive rebound. Also because I had open lane most of the time. Sometimes I wasn't going, so I just take it personal, and I win every time.
Hey, I want to ask you, Graham was enormous. He was huge in the first half. You look down at this, and it's great to see you get 16, right? Yeah. Ace gets 21, Ty gets 20. To be able to help him out, that was huge in the second half.
Yeah, as Coach said after the game, every night is a night for someone else. Tonight was me, Tyon, and Mario and Ace. So we had to step up. We knew that. So we did our best to add G in the team.
13-1, first place. Sounds pretty good, huh?
Deserved it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So moving forward, just a little more confidence, right? I mean, you guys are. I still, whenever people ask me about the hell, there's Zags, I'm like, hey, don't forget we lost this major piece. Yeah. You guys are still coming together. How do you feel like this group is starting to mesh?
Yeah, it's really hard playing with our because it was one of our main offensive players. But we had to adapt. We had to step up. Everybody needs to step up, do a little bit more than what they were doing before. So we just knew we gotta stick together. We've been doing this since day one, which is great. So we know we gotta keep going on this path.
Manuel, I think I said I'm just going to double check my notes. I think that's a new season high, yeah?
Yep.
It is?
Yeah, it
Beat
is.
it by 1.
Yep.
That a kid in the biggest game that we've had so far in the league. Congrats.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Hey, great play. And that's Emmanuel Innocente. Zags win it here to move to 13-1. Their 19th straight 25-win season as they extend their NCAA record. Quick break. More postgame coming your way next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camus Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camus Rewards for all the ways you play.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Gonzaga wins it today, 94-86 over Santa Clara. Luke Hallett with you inside the Learfield Network studios. We take a listen to how this one unfolded today. Well, early in this contest, Santa Clara had the lead, leading by as many as 8 in that first half. But Gonzaga, they battled back, and they battled back admirably. It was Graham Ike who put the team on his back several times, not only in the first half, the second half, all game long. He makes a big defensive play, leading to a run out and a layup for Inocente.
Driving, Hammond gets all the way to the rim. Ike blocks it out of nowhere. Ball's loose, not anymore. Smith has it. Inocente in front of him. Manny on the run, little Euro step. Shot is up and in. Zags have their biggest lead. They're up by 4.
Sprint ahead by Inocente there to great passing angle.
Gave the Zags the advantage at the time. Ike 21 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, a monumental performance in 36 minutes from the Zags. Big man, he'd come through with a one-hand punch as well, giving the Zags a 1-point edge.
Ike working on a first half double-double. Driving, gets by a boy, and hammers it home with one hand. Oh my goodness. Graham Ike puts the Bulldogs back on top. The villain here tonight has 17 and 8 in the first half.
Looking at the second half, the acrobatics would continue. Tyon Grant Foster had a terrific game off the bench. 20 points on 7 of 12 shooting in a nip and tuck affair, tied at 49. Grant Foster takes to the sky.
Ike with 17 seconds to shoot. Back in a Boye down. Here comes a double from Graves. Finds Grant Foster cutting. Oh my goodness, it goes up from 2 feet and throws down the dunk to put the Bulldogs back ahead.
I don't know how he got that dunk turned over. I thought he was going to lay it up, but nonetheless, terrific play.
Really solid, underrated performance from Davis Vogel as well today. 6 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. That doesn't tell the whole story. Gonzaga trailing in the second half. Layup, steal, layup, Davis Vogel.
Back out to Vogel. 8 seconds to shoot. Davis gets a screen from Ike. Gets all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in. The Bulldogs got the lead to 1.
Just has the end go from the weak side. And a steal by Vogel.
Vogel with the steal challenges Graves. He scores it over Graves. The Bulldogs with 6 straight points have gone back on top.
And then later in that second half, Gonzaga pouring on the points, starting to gain a little bit of separation from the Broncos. Ace Miller, triple, giving the Zags a 7-point lead.
Marler gets it in the corner to Ace Miller, catches and fires. The 3 is good. Miller with a big one, pushes the lead to 7, under 7 to play.
21 for Miller in this game, 21 for Ike, 20 for Grant Foster, 16 for Inocente. All the Zags in double figures today. And a 94-86 win as the Bulldogs grab firm control of first place in the WCC with a 94-86 victory over Santa Clara. Our post-game coverage continues in a moment. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
To tip off this NBA season on FanDuel, you can choose your own rewards, which means you can play your game any way you want.
I get to choose my rewards?
Yep.
Great! Now, excuse me while I lock in.
All customers choose your own reward right now in the FanDuel app. 21 plus and present in select states. 18 plus in Kentucky. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirement, and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hidden Valley Ranch Game Day Wingman Hotline. How can I help you?
Hey, my buddies are coming over to watch the game, and I need a snack that makes me the flavor MVP.
Sounds like you need a crowd pleaser, like ranch chicken wings tossed in bold and zesty Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. Just bake in the air fryer and dip in creamy Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. Boom! Clutch game day flavor.
I can taste those crispy, zingy wings now. You're the man, Mr. Wingman.
Get this delicious game day recipe and more at HiddenValley.com.
Harvey, it's selfie time.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Zoe. With the center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
At T-Mobile, you can get iPhone 17 on them. No trade-in needed.
Amazing, but switching takes forever.
Not at T-Mobile. You can switch in just 15 minutes. Okay, let's try a prom pose. I'm in front.
Okay, big eyes, full lips. Time to focus.
Oh, I'm crazy-eyed.
Okay, it's okay. Retake.
Smile. Switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Together.
We're back on the post-game show. Competitive game here at Santa Clara goes to the 12th-ranked Zags, 94-86. Our final score. Well, visit Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. This busy city along the roaring Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. We look at our final stats again. 21 points for Graham Ike, 15 rebounds, his 12th double-double of the season, his 7th consecutive game of scoring 20 or more. 21 for Ace Miller, his best game in a Gonzaga uniform. Tyon Grant Foster, one off of his Gonzaga career high with 20. Emmanuel Inocente finished with 16. Mario had 8. Davis Fogel finished with 6. Jalen Morley scored 2. Braden Smith didn't score tonight. He was 0 for 3 from the field. Izzo Dejana played just under 3 minutes to not attempt the shot. Mo, I want to look at these numbers because I think it's significant. Graham carried the load in that first half. He had 17 and 9. So he scores 4 points in the second half. And when you look at those other guys, you know, Ace had 5 points at halftime. Mm-hmm. He scored 16 after the break. Tyon had 7 at halftime. He scored 13 after intermission. And then Emmanuel was pretty even. 7 of his 16 come after the break. Yep. Nice to see some of those other guys step up, especially when Graham got into foul trouble. Because I think there were some games here recently where you felt like, gosh, if Graham can't go, lights out for us. And then against the best team in the stretch, those guys really stepped up and delivered.
Yeah, it's something to put in the bank, right, as far as mental note for these guys, and then a little more trust for Coach Few on certain rotations. And you know, it was nice to see, like you said, Inocente stepped up, and then Adam Miller had his best game, but just was really on point and really under control, shot it well. Yeah, I said, like Davis Fogel had the stretch where he scores 6 in a row, or he scores 4 in a row, and he creates an offense. So 6 in a row with his play. So everybody that stepped on the floor, for the most part, contributed to the game. That's what you like to see. Huge team win.
And 94 points scored by the Zags, the most since the Braden Huff injury. The Bulldogs 36 out of 64 for 56%. They were 3 of 18 shooting threes, 19 out of 29 at the free throw line. Meanwhile, for Santa Clara, Hammond scored 16. Mahi scored 15. Graves finished with 13. Gavelyugov had 10. Graves did most of his damage to the free throw line, 9 out of 10. He was 2 of 7 from the field. And you see why people like him. He had 3 assists, a couple of steals. But I think the Bulldogs, for the most part, did a pretty good job on him. He scored at the line, but never really got that spark and got that thing really going.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job on most of their guys. I mean, if you look at their shooting percentage from their main dudes, it was 50%. That's what you like to see. We've talked about it a ton. We pride ourselves on taking away guys' numbers and making other people beat us. And our defense, especially in the second half, was very, goal-oriented as far as taking away the 3. They had that little stretch where they made 3, you know what I mean? But then other than that, we really guarded the 3-point line and made them take tough twos. And if you can do that consistently, usually you win.
30 out of 65 for the Broncos. That's 46%. They were 9 of 24 shooting threes, 17 out of 21 at the free throw line. So Gonzaga wins 94-86. The Bulldogs are now 13-1, a half game ahead of both the Broncos and St. Mary's in the West Coast Conference standings. Well, if you're listening on the network, it is time to say so long. Our next broadcast comes your way Wednesday night from the Chase Center in San Francisco when we take on the Dons. It'll be the third straight year that we play in the Golden State Warriors building against USF. Bulldogs will go home for a couple days and then make their way back to the Bay Area. So that's an 8 o'clock tip, 7:30 pregame to get you ready for that one coming up on Wednesday night. If you're listening on 590 AM, 96.1 FM back in Spokane, please stick around. More postgame coverage is coming your way next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to Gonzaga Basketball, brought to you by Numerica. Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well. Federally insured by NCUA. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Gonzaga Sports Network.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven, enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
Welcome back to the Levy Center. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here on the postgame show. Jags win it 94-86, the final on the Broncos' home floor. Santa Clara loses for the first time at home, now 13-1. The Zags now 13-1 in West Coast Conference play. And again, 25 wins or 25-2. And Mo, how about that? Just remarkable stretch, right? I mean, they extend the record 19 consecutive 25-win seasons. It's crazy. I mean, you do it in 27 games. You're not playing around, right? I mean,
No, it's one of those records that, people need to hear sometimes because they don't understand how hard it is, and some of the streaks that we've created and some of the records that are probably never going to get broken because it's so different in college basketball now. So, it's something I joke about, but I have to remind people in town when the season starts, I think the Zags are going to be like, well, 18 years, we've won 25 games. I think we'll be all right, right? You know what I mean? And you kind of have to put it into context. And so what a terrific season so far. There's a chunk of it left and still some good basketball games coming up, but what a huge win for us tonight.
Bulldogs improved to 25-2. Coach Few talking about the win right after the game with the media here at the Levy Center.
Emmanuel was spectacular all game. Defensively, with his cuts, with his offensive rebounds, his free throws. Yeah, took a village. That's what we got. I tell these guys, throughout the year, man, every dog has its day. Some of them we've all been kind of waiting maybe for Adam to bust out. Obviously for Dion to bust out or something like that. So it's certainly great to see when it happens.
Obviously, you know that you're going to probably push them down a few times by this team, but to respond, first half and second half, they take that 5-point lead. What do you think of kind of the resilience and the ability to kind of take?
Well, I mean, first of all, listen, Santa Clara is an NCAA tournament team. I think we've been in 28 straight or something, and we've played a lot of games in the tournament. They're an NCAA tournament team. They're not only a tournament team, but they're a team that can win a game or games in the tournament. And so that's why this is just a heck of a win. I mean, it took all we had. We were extremely resilient, but we had to dig probably deeper than we've had to dig all year, especially with this crowd and everything. And just a great college basketball game.
I feel like a broken record asking about Graham. They lead at 21-15. They're pretty down, especially tonight. We're pretty big for him. What do you think of just kind of the way that he responded to kind of the crowd?
No, I mean, I think we just none of us can take 21-15 for granted. In the 30s, and I mean, I think it's time he starts seeing his name pop up on first team All-American or second team All-American teams. I know we're all obsessed and infatuated with these freshmen, but I mean, he's literally been delivering night in and night out, highest level. And I think he needs to start garnering some attention, at least nationally. So help me out.
Help coach out, get more word out on Graham Ike. We'll have a nationally televised game tonight and have him perform the way he did, especially in that first half. Probably ought to get Graham some attention. Again, his 12th double-double of the season, his 7th consecutive 20-point game, something he did last year as well. We're going to take a quick break. We'll get some player reaction. We'll break down some rebounding numbers as well coming up right after this break. Zags moved to 13-1 in league. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
We're back at the Levy Center. Sounds good. As Gonzaga wins it by 8 here at the Levy Center. Gonzaga doing a nice job on the glass after really struggling early. 7-1 out of the locker room to start this game. Santa Clara had the advantage, and over 3 of those 7 were offensive rebounds. You had a Boye just flying around. He ended up with 4 on the night, but I think he had 2 or 3 of those early. And boy, you had that feeling of, like we're in trouble. The energy part of this is definitely going their way. But Zags turn the tables, end up +7, led by Graham's season high 15. But just a really nice job of taking care of that after not being very good early.
Yeah, it was the key to the game, too, because we knew Santa Clara was a good rebounding team. And then against a 3-point shooting team, one of the hardest shots to stop is the offensive rebound kick out, right? It's usually one of the best threes you can take percentage-wise. So if you give up that a bunch of those, it can get really downhill on you. So a good response to early in the basketball game. Abuye is such a unique matchup in this league, man. He's such a springy athlete. And I think he had 3 in the first sequence, basically, or the first stanza going into the first media timeout. And then we took care of business on that. So all in all, like if you look at just break down the numbers, 22 assists, only 9 turnovers, terrific on the road. I mean, 7 steals, plus 7 on the glass, 3-point shooting again. My gosh, 3 of 18. But the toughness ones were there tonight for our guys, and I was proud of them. They could get like a true gritty road win.
Bulldogs do that 94-86. Graham Ike, Ace Miller talking about it after the game.
Just how unselfish our team is. Any day can be a dog's day. Coach reminds us that all the time. But every day you got to show up and do your role, however that looks. And I just try to do my job, and my teammates definitely did their job. Santa Clara played their butts off, and man, that was just a fun game to play, to be honest.
Graham, you really seem to feed off the crowd there, especially in the second half, and they're kind of directing their chance at you. What do you like about that when the crowd's doing at you, and what did it take for you to read on and explode what you did tonight?
Yeah, man, we embrace whatever situation we're in, whether on the road, whether we're at home, and it's just great. The love, it just accentuates the hate, so it's all good. We just continue to stay together as a group and just grind out each single possession. Every possession mattered tonight. We understood that we were on the floor for these balls, hitting free throws, making winning plays. So it's kudos to the squad, man. Testament of our character for the whole season. We just want to continue to do this.
Any more for the guys? Hey, Graham, I noticed after the Portland game, I haven't seen you since that you were extremely angry. You said it's not going to happen again. And you played with the chip on your shoulder very clearly these last couple of performances. How has that game changed you guys, or you personally?
Yeah, as a group, I feel like it just woke us up again. Just a little haymaker in the middle, like of the 6th round. We can't drop those, and we did, and we understand that. We learned from it. We heeded the constructive criticism, and we grew from it ultimately in these last few games. So we just want to keep this on going.
Thank you.
Ace Miller, Graham Ike talking about the Zags' performance here tonight as they win 94-86. Well, Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com, your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Luke Howlett standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios for the post-game show score update. Luke, take it away.
Buddy, thank you. 2 other games in the WCC today as Pepperdine knocked off LMU 90-89. It was a high-scoring affair in the first half, especially 56-54 halftime score. Slowed down a little bit in the second half. Waves hit 10 threes en route to the win. St. Mary's was able to shake off a halftime deficit to win 72-61. Pacific led by 2 at the break, with St. Mary's outscoring the Tigers by 13 in the second half, and they pick up their 23rd win of the year. They're 12-2 in the WCC. As for the top 25, 22nd ranked BYU escaped against Colorado in overtime. Rob Wright went for a 39-point performance for BYU, second consecutive game with 30 or more, and BYU picked up the win to improve to 19-6. 5th-ranked Iowa State had their best win over Kansas in terms of winning margin since 1973 in a 74-56 victory in Ames, Iowa today, and Iowa State picking up the victory improved them to 22-3 as well. 19th-ranked Vanderbilt shook off a slow start, took down Texas A&M 82-69. Elsewhere, 13th-ranked Purdue toppled Iowa 78-57 for the Hawkeyes. It was their 13th consecutive loss to an AP-ranked foe. Purdue's 21-4 on the season. 16th-ranked Texas Tech went on the road today, taking on a very challenging number 1 Arizona team. Was coming off a loss their last time out, but Texas Tech, in overtime, gets the job done.
Christian Anderson gets it. He'll go right, throw it to top of the high post.
There it is.
Left corner 3 by Donovan Atwell. Yeah!
It is.
Yes, sir!
Yep, there it is. Johnny just keeps coming through for you, man.
Brian Jensen from Learfield on the call. Texas Tech defeats Arizona 78-75. Big-time road win for the Red Raiders, Grant McCaslin's program. Arizona loses their second consecutive game. 6th-ranked UConn took down Georgetown 79-75. Hoyas made that a 1-possession ball game with under 30 seconds to play, but UConn able to escape with a 4-point victory. And the same margin for 15th-ranked Virginia. They defeat Ohio State 70-66 in Nashville, the Nashville Hoops Showdown. But the most important score today, 94-86. Gonzaga defeats Santa Clara and has sole possession of first in the WCC. Buddy and Mo wrap it up when we get back. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagsnilcollective.com and get started.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Wrapping things up on the post-game show, Gonzaga a winner over Santa Clara. Tightly contested ball game, 9 lead changes, 9 ties. Biggest lead in the game, the Zags were up 10 with just under a minute to play. Santa Clara jumped out to an early 17-9 lead at 8-point advantage for the Broncos. Zags led for 19 minutes and 21 seconds. Santa Clara led for 16 minutes and 22 seconds in what was a terrific college basketball game. And the Zags come out on top here at Santa Clara. Now, Mo, we go down to, we go back home, and then we come back down to see San Francisco. And this is going to be an interesting one because San Francisco has been struggling. You know, they've fallen down into that kind of race for, 5th, 6th, 7th. I mean, they're under 500 in league play right now, which is a little perplexing. Zags barely won up in Spokane, but now you have to keep focused, right? This is one of those things we talk about kind of, all right, you've done all the hard work. You now control your destiny. If you win out, you win the league championship outright. If you win up until the last day of the season at St. Mary's, and even if you dropped the game to St. Mary's, the worst you could do would be to finish in a tie for first place. So it's sitting there right now for the Zags. All they have to do is take care of their own business, and they don't have to worry about anybody else.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they control their own destiny, and good for them, and rightfully so. They can, cruise and not cruise, but have a chance to, kind of have some breathing room. And, imagine if we beat Portland, where we'd be at now. But it's a great job by our guys of stepping up and answering the bell tonight.
So Gonzaga, a winner here at Santa Clara, led by Graham Ike's 7th consecutive 20-point game, 21 points, 15 rebounds. Ace Miller, a new career high, 21 for the Zags. Tyon Grant Foster, a second 20-point game in a GU uniform. He had 20. Emmanuel Incente finished with 16 as those four paced Gonzaga in this 94-86 win. Again, that's an 8 o'clock tip at the Chase Center for the Zags in San Francisco on Wednesday. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 o'clock to get you ready for that one. Well, that's going to wrap things up for us here from the Levy Center in Santa Clara. For Luke Hallett back in our Learfield, North Carolina studios, doing a fantastic job with the broadcast tonight. For Adam Morrison, I'm Tom Hudson saying thanks a lot for joining us, and have a great night, everybody.
You've been listening to Gonzaga Basketball, brought to you by Numerica. Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well. Federally insured by NCUA. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Gonzaga Sports Network.
World 96.1. Mornings with the Woody Show.
Anybody have any other interesting ancestors? Because my parents are FOB, fresh off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of ancient stories, how our last name used to be Ivanchenko, and they were the lords of this caviar empire.
Oh, a caviar empire.
Lucky.